The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod Communications. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana high school basketball starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to North Oldham High School, home of the Mustangs, as the Mustangs host cross-county rivals South Oldham. The Dragons come in here tonight in a boys-girls matchup between rivalry schools in the Oldham County area, and I'm here tonight, Mike Beck with Gary Forrest. And Gary, great night for basketball. Not a snow cloud can be seen today, and I'm thankful for that, because January is always tough to get all our games in.
It is, but you know, we're getting close to February, so then we got to go through this whole thing again, Mike. Yeah, big district rivalry game tonight. Not only for bragging rights, but at the same time for district seeding. And both of these games have a big part of who's going to finish first in the district. And in doing so, you will have the honor of playing the last place team. So a lot to be said. And rivalry's good. And hopefully we can have some good basketball in both games tonight.
All right, well, we'll start with the girls' game. That'll tip off about 6 o'clock and about 20 minutes away or so. We'll go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll have one of our coaches' interviews that we were able to obtain before the game. You'll hear that, and then we'll have our analysis of what we think may happen tonight. And then what really matters, we'll have an actual basketball game. All that coming up your way right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling in LaGrange. For trusted on-time service, call Thompson at 502-817-3105. Thompson, making people comfortable. ThompsonHeating.net.
Game. It's the North Oldham Mustangs playing host to the South Oldham Lady Dragons. I'm here with Coach Dan Pfaff from the Mustangs. Coach, district game, rivalry game.
Absolutely. Exciting to get an opportunity to lace them up. Busy week for us. We play Trimble on Friday too, so lots of district games this week.
Finishing up the district then for the seed, so at the end of this week you'll kind of have an idea who you're going to play later on. You do host the district here this year, so that's a plus. Tell us a little about things you're going to have to do tonight to be successful against the Lady Dragons.
I think in many places we match up pretty well. They are very good at running their stuff, and we can't let them run their stuff. And they're also very good getting out in transition. And so we definitely have to, be who we are. We got to make sure that we get back and then continue to attack and attack and attack and attack.
As we enter into the dog days of this season, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, how is your team as far as health-wise, both mentally and physically?
Well, I'm hoping you're not jinxing me now, but right now we're pretty healthy. Mentally, we've had a great deal of success over the last 12, 13 games, and so I think mentally they're in the right place. Physically, we're okay. So, it's a good time to play south as any.
You heard it from Coach Dan Pfaff, the Maine Mustang man, where tonight his team plays host to the Lady Dragons. This is Gary Forrest from Glycod.com Sports, the best in 8th Region sports.
No matter what falls your way this season, Cub Cadet has a strong line of chore equipment to keep your yard looking beautiful, including the powerful Cub Cadet log splitters or the versatile chipper shredder vacuums that pick up lawn debris, chip branches, and shred leaves. Be all season strong thanks to Cub Cadet. Welcome to Strongsville. Hurry into your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Anderson Sales and Service Inc. at 6159 West Highway 146 in Crestwood for exceptional offers.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Mobile Mower Repair, home of Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest mower, is offering incredible savings this winter. Now save $20 on winter service or 50% on pickup with delivery and service. Located in Crestwood at 5917 West Highway 22, Mobile Mower Repair has proudly served Oldham County with the best repair on Dixie Choppers for years. And now they're an authorized Husqvarna dealer too. That's Dixie Chopper and Husqvarna Mobile Mower Repair. They sell the best and service the rest. Give them a call because spring will be here before you know it. 241-0421. That's 241-0421.
You're listening to High School Basketball from Glycod.
And welcome back here. Pregame coverage continues. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest on the floor here tonight over in the corner on the court. So we got to watch out for those stray balls come flying in here. One of us may get a black eye before it's over with.
You can't look away down here at court level or you might get one upside the head.
That's right. Well, we had a chance to hear from Dan Pfaff, the coach of the Lady Mustangs. Wasn't able to connect with Coach Heffington of the Lady Dragons, but what do you know about this Dragon team?
Well, the Dragon team right now sits in the driver's seat. They've won the 2 games they played in the district. They have very balanced scoring. They're led in scoring by junior Peyton Herod, a very fine basketball player. Puts the ball on the floor, very active. Averages right at 14 points a game. She's followed by a transfer, former Oldham County coach, Zoe Holland. Averages 9 points a game. She's one of those long-range specialists, if you will. The other 3 starters are interchangeable. Maggie Smith, Skylar Sahajian, and Lexi Bowen. And they all hustle, average around 60 points a game, so they'll like an up-tempo, and they'll change defenses a lot.
One of the things that you find later in the season, either injuries or illnesses. This year's been a horrible flu season. You know if any of the players of the Dragons have either been injured or have an illness to contend with tonight?
Well, you know, when I try to talk to both coaches, one of the first things I ask them about this time of the year is, how's your team? How's your team's health? And when you say health, I'm actually referring to both physically and mentally. It's a long old season. And, you know, with the flu bug as it's been this year, obviously that comes to concern. But at the same time, healthy-wise, you know, a lot of kids will break down toward the end of January or February. Little injuries become nagging things that hang along. As far as I know, in talking with first Coach Pfaff and then Coach Heffington a couple days ago, both teams are in good shape, both physically and mentally, whoever knows.
Well, that's always a question with high school students. It doesn't matter what day or what game it is. Anytime they can check out mentally. Talk about these two teams record-wise. They both come in comparable records. The Lady Mustangs are 12-9. The Lady Dragons are 13-9. But as you and I were talking before the game, records can be deceiving, can't they?
Very much so. For the North Oldham Mustangs, they've already won a school record in games. You know, they're 12-9. They had a 6-game winning streak until Oldham beat them here about a week ago. So right now, Coach kind of feels like he's playing with house money. They're young, and I've never really talked to a coach that was as optimistic as Coach Pfaff has been here, and still with a good ways to go. So that's an exciting thing to see. Coach Heffington's a veteran in this. You know, he's coached since there was dirt. And, you know, a little sidebar, he actually coached Coach Pfaff over in Indiana when he was a high school player. Coach Heffington was his coach for a couple of years, so it's mentor versus pupil game tonight as well.
You mentioned the Lady Mustangs. They only have 2 seniors on the roster, and only one of those girls actually starts. So that's a young squad, and usually with that situation, they can only get better.
Well, you would think so, and you know, I think that's kind of what Coach Pfaff was alluding to. You know, a lot of times this time of the year, you may have some problems inside or outside the program, but he said, you know, it's been a real fun year. They've won some games, and you know, a lot of times even when you win, there are internal issues. But he said it's been a great year up to this point.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll break down the keys to the game tonight, try to figure out what each of these teams will have to do to leave this place with a win tonight in a big district seeding game, and of course no small rivalry as well. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with all that and more when our pregame coverage continues right here on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
And welcome back here as our pregame coverage continues, counting down to tip-off, about 7.5 minutes away from there. And Mike Beck, Gary Force with you tonight. Glad to be courtside for this rivalry district matchup between North Oldham and South Oldham. Let's talk about some keys to the game tonight. North Oldham, looking at their record, looking at their points per game production, they're scored in the mid-40s and holding their opponents into the 30s. So their win-plus ratio is about 10 points a game. The Dragons, on the other hand, they're scoring closer to 60 and giving up only about 44, and they've got a plus 14-point ratio. You think they're going to be in a hustle hurry tonight, don't you?
Well, I think what South is going to live off of are transitional points. They'll change defenses, and they'll pressure North a lot. The last time out when I saw North play, they did not do a good job handling the ball against Oldham. They made 26 turnovers, and many of those led directly to points. So as South Oldham is a team that likes to score off a transition, you can look for them to score in the 50s and maybe even low 60s. If that's the case, North will have a hard time competing tonight. For North to be successful, they'll have to slow the pace down, handle the ball well, and keep the score probably in the mid-40s, low 50s.
You know, looking at the district standing, South Oldham 2-0 in the district. Oldham County 2-1. North is 0-1, but a win tonight would be tremendous for them.
Well, they probably would be beating the number 1 seed if they were to win, and then they go into that mix. They still have yet to play Trimble, but having seen Trimble last week, it's not a very good Trimble team. They've been really good the last 3 years in as many small schools. They've now hit a cycle where all the good athletes are gone, and they're taking their lumps.
So for the North Mustangs, what do they have to do? What is their path to victory tonight? Can you find a path?
Got to handle the ball. Can't turn the ball over, pressured or even non-pressured. The game I saw them 2 weeks ago, they turned it over without really being pressured. And for them to have a game like that tonight, it doesn't bode well for them. They have a hard time scoring as it is, and when you're turning it over, that's just one less possession you have each turnover you make. They say a turnover in essence costs you 4 points each time you turn the ball over.
So I'm going to infer from what you said there that the key for South Oldham would be to amp up the pressure, create as many turnover opportunities and fast break opportunities as possible.
I think you hit it right on the head, Mike.
All right. Well, we'll take another break. We'll come back and we'll be ever closer to our starting lineups and tip off about 4.5 minutes away. Stand by. High school basketball. South Oldham, North Oldham. It's coming right your way right after this. Don't go anywhere.
No matter what falls your way this season, Cub Cadet has a strong line of chore equipment to keep your yard looking beautiful, including the powerful Cub Cadet log splitters or the versatile chipper shredder vacuums that pick up lawn debris, chip branches, and shred leaves. Be all season strong thanks to Cub Cadet. Welcome to Strongsville. Hurry into your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Anderson Sales and Service Inc. at 6159 West Highway 146 in Crestwood for exceptional offers.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673, 502-222-1673, LaGrange Service Center.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Glycod Communications presents Kentuckiana High School Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, caring for your car with Napa know-how. By Lawson Financial, helping you plan for your financial security. LawsonFinancial.net. By the U.S. Army. Join the team that makes a difference. Visit GoArmy.com. By Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, a top outdoor equipment choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. By the Oldham County Board of Health, healthy people, strong community. OldhamCountyHealthDepartment.org. By Metro Windows, replace your old rotted windows today. Call Metro Windows at 502-550-1489. And by Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. ThompsonHeating.net. Now to courtside for all the action of Kentuckiana High School basketball from Glycod Communications.
Good evening, Mike Beck, Gary Forrest. We are courtside. We're practically on the court here, North Oldham High School, just about a minute or so away from starting lineups and the tip-off for this girls' matchup. It's a girls-boys doubleheader tonight, and we'll be bringing you both games right here on Glycod.com, starting with the girls. The Mustangs host the Dragons, and we've talked about it. You've had a chance to talk to the coaches and get a little feedback. But pretty good crowd rolling in here early for the girls' game. A few minutes ago, I didn't think there was going to be many people here at the start, but I'm pleasantly surprised. And I think it'll get even better as the night goes on.
It will. This is a late arriving area. You know, in today's world, it's not cool to get there early.
Yeah, you don't want to be uncool. That'd be the last thing you'd want, right? Well, the pep band is playing the school song and doing quite a fine job of that. Of course, they've had about 6 months of school now to practice these songs. They should be pretty good by now. So we'll be having the national anthem. We will break away as they start that, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups. Everybody here ready for some basketball. Cheerleaders lined up, players on the floor, and the buzzer sounds. So stand by, folks. We'll take a break and be back right after this with our starting lineups. Stay with us.
What's in an e-cig cloud? Think it's a harmless vapor? Think again. Nicotine, ultrafine particles that can lead to asthma, formaldehyde, lead that can cause brain damage, acetone found in nail polish remover. Don't let big tobacco cloud your judgment. Get the facts. Electronic cigarettes, unhealthy and addictive. Stay above the influence. A message from the Oldham County Health Department and the Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Over the years, sporting events have delivered many powerful moments. Battery Giant gives you the power of low prices on over 100,000 different types of batteries. Mention this ad and get 10% off. There's none bigger than Battery Giant. Visit their locally owned and operated Louisville store at 12418 LaGrange Road, just northeast of exit 30 off I-265. Or shop online at batterygiant.com. Batterygiant.com. Facebook and Twitter at Battery Giant.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
And welcome back. The clock is down to 0. Time to introduce the starting lineups for this evening. Starting lineups brought to you tonight by the U.S. Army. Join the team that makes a difference. Find out what it takes at GoArmy.com. First up for the Dragons, number 10, Zoe Holland. Number 13, Lexi Bolden. Number 22, Maggie Smith. Number 23, Skylar Sahajan. And number 34, Peyton Harold are your 5 starters tonight for the Lady Dragons. And now for the North Oldham, the North Oldham Mustangs. A lot of fanfare, special music. I think we know who the starters are, but you know sometimes coaches will throw a twist at you in the last minute.
You never know in rivalry games.
Yeah. Skylar Gillies, number 32, sophomore guard, gets a start. Another sophomore starter is Olivia Hinton, number 34. Sarah Fiorito, she is a forward and a junior. Caitlin Chen, one of the seniors on the team. She'll get a start tonight. And the other, Ann Proctor. And she's also a senior. So I was mistaken earlier. They have 3 seniors on the squad, 2 of them starters. But still, they've got a pretty young team and a lot to build on, hopefully, for Coach Pfaff. Dragons in the blue and white tonight. Mustangs in the white uniforms with their, I don't know what color that is, teal.
Teal it is.
Teal and black. So here we go. And just that fast, the Dragons are on the board. Lexi Bolden, quick little off the glass shot.
South Oldham immediately goes to the press and forces the turnover.
And that could be trouble for the Mustangs if they can't solve that tonight. Skylar Sahajan working the ball, gets it down inside to Holland. Holland works it back, now down on the baseline. The shot not good for Maggie Smith. Taken right out of the air by Olivia Hinton, and the Lady Mustangs come back this way in a hurry. Lady Mustangs working the perimeter. Fiorito starts a move, kicks it back out. Now she's on the far side of the court. And a shot off the mark there. Skylar Gillis, I'm sorry, missed the mark. Where we are on the floor, it can be a little hard to see numbers as they move around, so we're doing our best here on the corner of the court tonight. But a minute and a half gone and a 2-0 score. And as you said, that scoreboard lights up green when you're ahead, red when you're behind. Saw the same thing at South Oldham. That must be an Oldham County scoreboard thing.
Apparently they must shop at the same store.
Dragons get the ball, sorry.
Oldham doesn't have a new scoreboard. They've still got the little bird in there, and the guy carves it in stone.
Well, you know, it's the older school, so. Runs into trouble, pulls up her dribble. Now she gets it out to Haitian.
Now this style is going to favor North more. Half-court defense, slow things down.
Little shot is good. Peyton Harold, her first points of the night. She's the team's leading scorer, if I'm not incorrect.
South scores and immediately goes into a 2-2-1 press, making the tempo of the game a lot faster for the Mustangs.
And another errant attempt there, that time by Caitlin Chen. I think they had one pass or maybe two passes too many. They had the person down in the paint. She just didn't make a strong move to the goal. Unlike that, which was a strong move to the basket by Maggie Smith. Full court pressure from the Dragons. I think they saw your scouting report. Or maybe you read theirs, and there it is, another turnover created by that pressure. Maggie Smith pops it up just off the mark. Rebound the Dragons. Now they take it away. And just that quickly, Lexi Bolden puts it in. And 3 minutes into the ball game, it's 8-0 Lady Dragons.
Well, North Oldham's worst nightmares come true, Mike. Once again, South scoring, but they're scoring on turnovers and transition buckets. So far from the floor, South Oldham 4 out of 6, and almost all of those have come on turnover transition baskets.
All right, where we stay with this timeout. Making some adjustments with the clock here is having some technical issues. These things happen, but we'll make it work. And we're back to the action here. Lady Mustangs bring it a court into half court and run into a trap, but dribbles out of it, and that's Ann Proctor, senior. Almost loses it again, and finally does. Dragon pressure is suffocating. Shot off the side of the backboard. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Mustang ball. Lexi Bolden not in a great position to take that shot, but she tried to force it up. Maybe she was trying to draw a foul.
Well, right now, South just doubling everything, and North is helping them by turning their backs, and that's how the ball's getting intercepted.
3-point shot, no good from Alyssa Gordon, who's checked in for the Lady Mustangs. Sahajian drives the baseline, puts up a little floater, and it's good, and she's in on the scoring column now. Four of the 5 starters already in the scoring column for the Dragons. Shot off the mark, that's going to be your proverbial air ball. Skylar Gillis not on the mark. She's going to go take a seat. And in the game, Sophie Hale checks in for the Lady Mustangs, as well as Alyssa Gordon. Sahajian brings it up quickly across midcourt. Not much pressure shown from the Mustangs full court-wise. But they get a turnover that time. Quick hands. Oh my goodness, great. That was a great read from Zoe Holland. She went down there and stole the ball and then put it in the basket.
Well, the key, Mike, as mentioned earlier, North is killing their dribble and turning their back, and South are just shooting the gap, and finally they break ice with a 3.
Sarah Fiorito, first points of the night for the Mustangs. But a nice, powerful move by Peyton Harold, quickly down the other direction.
You know, South has built this lead without its leading scorer really contributing. That's Harold's first basket of the game. She's been content
Mustang can't really get anything working down inside. They've been playing around the perimeter. Another three-point attempt off the mark. Rebound taken by Fiorito. Almost another steal there. Quick hands by Maggie Smith. She goes in and may be called for the foul.
Got one of those little tweet whistles. It's almost as if the official didn't aim to blow it, but he kind of did, so they'll shoot two.
That is going to be on Maggie Smith, her first, team's first. Her team's second, it says on the clock, but I don't remember any other foul being called. Am I missing something here?
Three of the better officials in the 8th region on this game tonight, which tends to make me think they may be doing double duty in this rivalry game. They'll do that a lot of times. Officials will work both the boys and the girls game.
And both free throws up and good by Sophie Hale. Back to a 9-point deficit. Dragons have been up by 11 at 14-3 before that timeout taken. Did he signal full timeout? I think he did. Well, if he did, we'll take a full timeout as well. We'll be right back right after this on Glycod.com.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
And welcome back to the action. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest here. Doubleheader night on Glycod.com. The Lady Mustangs and Lady Dragons open it up. In the first quarter, it's a quick start for the Dragons as they're up 14-5 here in the early goings.
Yeah, it's been all Lady Dragons early, everything scoring on transition baskets. Hardly ever have run any half-court offense.
A little more pressure that time up court from the Mustangs. The Dragons solve it. Sahajian trying to work it down to Maggie Smith, puts it up off the mark, and a bobbled ball becomes a jump ball, and it goes back the Mustang way. So we'll come back this way. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and I'm sure Coach Heffington pretty happy with what he's seen so far.
Well, the only concern I would think he would have at this moment is his best player and leading scorer, Peyton Harrell, has only touched the ball one time on the offensive end.
Second chance opportunities and another jump ball. And this time it'll go back to the Dragons. (14-7). After that first three, the Lady Mustangs have started to show a little bit of life offensively. Nice strong move from Lexi Bolden. 6 points for her tonight. In and out. Gillis. A long two. And back the other way. Was that Harold again? I believe it was Peyton Harold going the other way.
Lady Dragons back at a 2-3 now, but Lady Mustangs warming up a little bit.
Sarah Fiorito hits again from the three-point line. Back to a 6-point ball game, 18-12 now. Lady Mustangs showing some life, and they get a turnover here. Going back the other way. Layup no good, no foul called. Kicking it around. Fiorito thought about the three, changed her mind. Olivia Hinton knocks it down, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That was kind of a sidearm shot with a little global spin, but either way it counts.
However it goes in the hoop, they'll take it. Peyton Harold working against Fiorito. And they'll pull it back out, go for one shot, under 10 seconds to go now. Trying to get a good look, Sahajian drives the lane. Kind of tosses it up and makes it go. And at the end of one, pretty good ball games developed here. We thought it might get out of hand, but the Lady Mustangs roar back and trail only by 6 at the break. We'll be right back right after this with more coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball right after this.
What's in an e-cig cloud? Think it's a harmless vapor? Think again. Nicotine, ultrafine particles that can lead to asthma, formaldehyde, lead that can cause brain damage, acetone found in nail polish remover. Don't let big tobacco cloud your judgment. Get the facts. Electronic cigarettes, unhealthy and addictive. Stay above the influence. A message from the Oldham County Health Department and the Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Over the years, sporting events have delivered many powerful moments. Battery Giant gives you the power of low prices on over 100,000 different types of batteries. Mention this ad and get 10% off. There's none bigger than Battery Giant. Visit their locally owned and operated Louisville store at 12418 LaGrange Road, just northeast of exit 30 off I-265. Or shop online at batterygiant.com. Batterygiant.com. Facebook and Twitter at Battery Giant.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
The quarter, South Oldham back on a 2-3, still trying to put pressure on them.
Lady Mustangs with the ball, working it, perimeter shot on the mark. And Proctor with a 3. And a 3-point ball game. 20-17. Scrappy defense by the Lady Mustangs. Harold off balance, tosses it up. It doesn't fall. Danny Moore comes out with it. Now she tosses it down to Gillis. Back to Moore. Shot off the mark. Harold with a rebound, and she's going to be fouled by Gillis. And that's her first foul. (2017). I'm not talking about the year, I'm talking about the score. Three-point shot up off the mark by Sahajian. Rebound to the Mustangs. Proctor has it. Got an opportunity and a lane. Caitlin Chin came flying through there, and it's a one-point ball game. A lot of passing. Harold gets a clear look and knocks it down. You can't give her that much time and that much open space.
Well, she's too good a player for that, Mike, and if they find her, she'll get those and make a lot of them.
Just off the mark, Olivia Hinton. Thought she had something there, but didn't work out. Maggie Smith.
You know, they're all layups, Mike. Everything's off missed shots, turnovers.
Three-point shot off the mark. They keep knocking on the door, but it ain't opening that time. And Harold goes back the other way in a hurry. She's going to make a move and makes a pretty one.
Well, yeah, the problem is right now, North's getting a little carried away, and they're playing a little too fast, I think, for their own good. Because every shot they miss, South is able to quickly transition basketball down the floor.
Gillis, her second bucket of the night, and it's 27-21. And I think it's one of those almost like a rope-a-dope situation, baiting them into playing faster, which North maybe not wanting to do, but going along at their own peril.
Well, when you're suspect ball handlers, sometimes I know a lot of people's feeling is just hurry up and shoot it. That way we have a chance to score. But if we hold on to it too long, we're not good ball handlers, we may turn it over. So they're kind of caught in the middle, if you will.
6-point ball game. 27-21. Dragons have led since the outset. Early 14-3 lead was the biggest of the night by 11, but the Mustangs have come back, cut it to 1 a couple of times. Right now they're about 3 to 6 points behind the last few minutes. Sahajian, nice around behind the back dribble. Gets it to Maggie Smith. Holland, back to Smith. And a loose ball, exchange. And Harold again. Mustangs had it for a second but couldn't control it. And Peyton Harold wide open for a layup. And a foul by Maggie Smith. That's her second. Trying to get it down to Harold. And she went down on the floor. And we're going to have a foul. And this one's going to be on Fiorito. Three-point shot, not there. Contested rebound. Comes out in the favor of the Dragons, but second chance points not there that time. And the Mustangs come this way. Trying to create opportunities. Three-point shot, bounds around, in and out. And it goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's Dragon ball. We'll update some folks on some scores. Southern Indiana girls basketball tournament underway, and in the first game tonight, the Corden Lady Panthers lead Silver Creek Lady Dragons at the end of one, 13-11. And Christian Academy over South Central, 10-5 at the end of one. So some early girls sectional action. 29-21 right here at North Oldham. The pride of Goshen. Maggie Smith drives down the middle and draws the foul. That's going to be on Skylar Sahajian. I'm sorry. It was on Caitlin Chen. Right number, wrong team. Smith at the line. Knocks down her first free throw. That was right on the money. Smith 2 for 2 from the line. Olivia Hinton just not on the mark. She's had about 3 of those shots just hit off the back of the rim and bounce right out. 3-point attempt up. Back of the rim as well. Pesky defense from the Lady Dragons. Their hands and feet are flying. Bodies flying too. And nothing there for Caitlin Chen. She tries to use the glass. 3-point shot. Knocks it down, Zoe Holland. 34-21, now it's a 13-point lead. And once again, Danny Moore pulls a trigger and can't get it to fall. They're close on a number of those shots, but I think they're playing out of their comfort zone, and it shows. Three-point attempt. Bounds around, misses the mark. It's like the Dragons seem to be toying with them a little bit. Go. Harold with a turnover. Took little double step there. Three-point attempt up. Bounds in and out. Danny Moore is still yet to find the scoring column tonight. She's put up a couple of shots that have just missed. Lady Dragons pulling it back out. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. They're up by 13. Harold's got a nice look, but misses. Thought she was fouled, but they didn't whistle a foul. Ball just went out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang ball. Notice the Dragon pulled back on that full court defense, full court pressure. Sophie Hale puts up a miss. And again, the Dragons come down, slow it down a bit, set up the offense. Holland finds Harold. Puts it in the hands of Smith. Close but no cigar, as they used to say. Probably not a fashionable statement anymore, but anyway, Caitlin Chen is fouled. They call Zoe Holland for the infraction that time, her first foul. And a quick hand steal from Sahachin. And we get a whistle. Skylar Gillis, her second foul. Shot off the mark by Maggie Smith. And it's Mustang ball trying to fight through the pressure. And they beat it. Alyssa Gordon tries a layup, can't get it to go. Back the other way, Sahajin knocks one down. At the line. And Proctor. Been pretty quiet. She'll take her second shot here. She has 3 points on the night so far. Make that 4. And with 21 seconds to go, it's a 14-point Dragon lead. Gillis with the shot, 3-point attempt, not there. Kicks it back outside. Another 3-point shot off the mark, and a whistle underneath. We're going to have a foul. And Skylar Gillis picks up her third foul. And that'll be the 6th team foul on the Lady Mustangs with only 8 seconds to go. Unlikely they'll get anybody to the bonus this half. Peyton Harold down to 5 seconds. It goes, I don't even know how she got that to go. But the end of the half, biggest lead of the night is 16, and that's what we've got right now. South Oldham has 38, North Oldham 22. We'll take our breaks and be back right after this on GlideCod.com. Don't go away.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Metro Windows. Replace your old rotted windows today. Call Kyle at 502-550-1489. That's Metro Windows at 502-550-1489.
Let me go ahead and tell you what's going on. And Gary Forrest has run off to interview one of the coaches for the boys' games. While he does that, I'll give you some scoring updates here. We'll start out with the North Oldham Lady Mustangs as they trail in this one 38-22, your halftime score. And the leading scorer for the Mustangs is Sarah Fiorito. She has 6. Skylar Gillis, Olivia Hinton, and Ann Proctor all with 4 points tonight. Sophie Hale has 2, and Caitlin Chen has 2. They are just not getting enough points. They are 7 for 31 in shooting and not a very good percentage, and that explains why they trail by 16 here. At the other side of the column for the Lady Dragons, they are led by Peyton Harold's 15 points. She started slow, but picked up pace rather rapidly in the second quarter. She's also helped out by Lexi Bolden, 6, Maggie Smith with 6, Skylar Sahasian with 6, and Zoe Holland with 5. So a pretty balanced attack with a heavy emphasis on Peyton Harold. And they are, I'm sure the Mustangs have already seen enough of Harold tonight, but they got a whole half to go. We'll go ahead and take another break, and when we come back, we'll have more of our halftime coverage. Right after this, you're watching GlideCod.com coverage. Kentuckiana High School basketball.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Parents, imagine a day when teens could smoke marijuana and nicotine using a device that looks like a USB drive and charges through a computer. Well, that day is here. Youth use of electronic cigarettes is increasing and becoming more difficult to detect. Teens that use e-cigs are more likely to start using traditional cigarettes. Visit Coalition for a Healthy OC for more information. Brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department and Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Mobile Mower Repair, home of Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest mower, is offering incredible savings this winter. Now save $20 on winter service or 50% on pickup with delivery and service. Located in Crestwood at 5917 West Highway 22, Mobile Mower Repair has proudly served Oldham County with the best repair on Dixie Choppers for years. And now they're an authorized Husqvarna dealer too. That's Dixie Chopper and Husqvarna Mobile Mower Repair. They sell the best and service the rest. Give them a call because spring will be here before you know it. 241-0421. That's 241-0421.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
And welcome back. Here's our halftime coverage continues. Mike Beck with Gary Forrest, and it's about 3.5 minutes or so until second half. But the Lady Dragons in full control. They've got their talons on the North Oldham Mustangs, lead by 16, 38-22. And as Gary is chasing down some coaches as we prepare to bring you boys action right after this girls game, I will be here to give you an update on some scores, but we do want to get a scoreboard update from Robin Lawson, Lawson Financial Solutions, Lawson Certified Financial Planner in LaGrange. It's her mission to help you achieve financial freedom. That's Robin Lawson of Lawson Financial. A couple of score updates we're following in Southern Indiana. Girls sectional underway, and tonight Corden leads Silver Creek 26-17 at the half. And Christian Academy trails South Central 22-16 at the half. So that's your scoreboard update brought to you by Robin Lawson, Lawson Financial Solutions. Gary, as we talk about second half adjustments as the teams in the locker room just coming out now, what were the main messages that each of the coaches were trying to preach to their squads?
You know, pressure is a very disturbing thing for the Lady Mustangs. And so far here at half, 9 turnovers, and I would say probably 8 of the 9 led directly to layups. Easiest bucket on the floor. So, you know, in our pregame talks, we said the key was, could North handle the South pressure? And I'd say right now that isn't the case. So if you're North Oldham, you know, it's more about slowing that tempo down and handling the ball to try to get yourself back in it. But quite frankly, you know, I just don't think they have that go-to player they can get the ball in their hands to get assured baskets. You know, Ann Brockner's their leading scorer, but tonight she hasn't fired very well. And, you know, at the same time, as we were mentioning earlier, for South Oldham, Peyton Harrell, their leading scorer at about 14 a game. The first quarter only shot the ball once that they built this lead. And then when she did get the ball, she became actively involved. They continued to build this lead. And, you know, once again, South wants to be in the 60s, and they're well on their way to it. And they want to try to hold North into the 40s, and I think they're right on track.
I'd say South is in the driver's seat. You know, as you mentioned, Peyton Harrell, she started off quite slow, or was very quiet, inauspicious beginning, only 2 points for most of the first half, but then she exploded. She ended up with 15 for the first half, so she's on fire.
Mike, she's that good. You know, if you put the ball in her hand, she can almost score at will. She's very crafty. She takes good shots. You know, if you got those two ingredients as a high school player, you know, you'll have nice numbers in a career.
Well, she's certainly adding to those tonight as we're about 20 seconds away from the third quarter getting underway. And we'll find out if there is a magic tonic in that Mustang locker room. Coach Pfaff has a solution for solving the pressure defense of his mentor.
Well, you know, I saw this same thing about a week ago when Oldham County came down here, and you know, the word was pressure, 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 and unfortunately for the Lady Mustangs, right now they're living with the same results.
All right, second half underway. And starts out dragging ball. Harold back and forth, and Harold puts up a shot and nothing but net. And she's well on her way to be the leading scorer of the evening for either team. Gillis had a cut on her chin. She came out at halftime while the team was still in the locker room, had that tended to stop the bleeding. I don't understand why Hinton didn't make a move to the basket. She was moving that direction and then just kicked it back out.
I'm not sure how confident Hinton is in her offensive abilities. You know, she made the one bucket the first half that was kind of a corkscrew bank shot, and since that time she hadn't shot it again. Another turnover.
And it turns into points. Sarah Fiorito goes down the other way with the layup. 40-24. Each team with a bucket here in the second half. Harold and Fiorito, respectively. And it's Harold and Fiorito faced up in the man-to-man. Harold, her path was cut off, but she somehow still finds a way to get the shot up and in.
I think Harold might have got away with a little walk there, had a little pitter-patter in her step there, and benefited from the no call.
Nice pass to Lexi Bolden, who was sitting down there in the catbird seat waiting for it.
Well, Harold did a great job of occupying the defender and gave it up.
Sucked the oxygen out of the room, and poof, there you go.
Well, right now, South started the way they started the game. They're 3 for 3, and all of them have been layups.
Gillis with the ball. Passed over to Fiorito, down to Hinton, back to Fiorito into the corner. And they're moving it around. And a high arcing three-point shot from Ann Proctor. It's her 7th point of the night, 27 for the Mustangs. Harold comes up.
North Oldham strictly man-to-man, but right now they're having a hard time keeping up with Harold.
Skylar Sahajian slips in there and makes a nice move. Puts it off the glass. 46-27. And there you go. Hinton finds the range.
Well, just as we said, she wasn't sure about her offensive game. She turns around and lets one fly.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Maggie Smith just lost control. And that's a break for the Mustangs. Hinton, just a sophomore, and sometimes those younger players, they're not sure if they have permission to pull the trigger. Is that the case sometimes with coaches?
In some cases, very much so. They feel a little cowed by the older players. But in this world today, sometimes the younger one thinks, hey, I got just as much right to shoot as others do.
Yeah, how often is a coaching strategy to tell a younger player, unless you got a wide open layup, you kick it back to somebody else? Is that ever the case anymore?
I think you have to be careful using words like that. Like if you do, then you have a young one's kind of beaten down. You know, you just have to remind them to take good shots within themselves, and you go from there. If they're taking bad shots, you can always get them.
Yeah, you can always have them come and have a chat with you. 46-29 the score. 17-point advantage. And here we go. The Lady Mustangs on the attack. Coach Simpson of the boys squad for the Dragons over here. He came and Coach Forrest having a quick chat, trying to get a little scouting on the boys game, which will follow immediately after this one. Sahajian with the foul for a second. And at the basket, Caitlin Chen for a free throw. She'll get another shot here. 46-30. Make that 31. Long cross-court pass. Sometimes that could be trouble. Oh, but what's more trouble? Harold wide open for three. Couldn't get it to go. Kicks it back out. Zoe Holland. Sahatchin with the ball. Now she's trying to direct traffic. Get out some help out there. Holland in the double team. And she gets tied up. And will be a jump ball turnover. Mustangs with some defense that time. They got Harold in a trap. And Harold got tied up.
You know, Mike, this is one of those games. South will have a little run, about 3 or 4 baskets, and then they'll kind of set back a little bit, and North will make a bucket or two, just enough to not completely drift out of this thing. But
Danny Moore with a nice move off the glass, high and drops in. And it's back to a 13-point ball game. Little mini run here for the Mustangs. But you're right, it seems like the Dragons just don't quite have that kill switch yet. Then I say that, and Lexi Bolden knocks down her 10th point. But I guess that's what you get when you got high school kids playing basketball.
Well, you know, if you can figure it out, you can make a lot of money selling the answer.
That's true. Shot just off the mark by Sophie Hale, and quickly back the other way, and a turnover. Proctor comes back the other way with it. She's going to make a move. Tries to get it to go down. A collision underneath, but no whistle. The refs really letting these girls bang it down inside.
Well, these three are 3 of the better 8th region officials, but if they're working 2 games, sometimes they're accused of pacing themselves a little bit the first game.
Another turnover. Mustangs come out with it. Proctor dribbles down. Brings it back out, sets things up. Another shot just off the mark. Sophie Hale can't find the range. And here comes Harold. Stop. Ball's flying around there, and Sahatchin comes floating down the middle.
You know, once again, layups, high percentage shots. You know, we look at a shot chart down here, and the Lady Dragons have only attempted 3 3-pointers, made 1.
That one way long. Danny Moore overshot everything right into the hands of the Dragons. 2:19 to go in the third quarter. And a 17-point lead again for the Dragons. Zoe Holland, a lot of range, but too far.
Well, Holland is the designated shooter for the Dragons.
There you go. Olivia Hinton finally makes a move to the glass. Been waiting for her to do that for 3 quarters, really. That time she turned around and attacked. A lot of times she gets that pass in the paint and kicks it back out. And a 30-second timeout called by Coach Heffington. He wants to talk with his girls a minute. You're up by 15, minute and a half to go in the third quarter. What do coaches see that makes them pull the trigger on that timeout?
You know, I think it's more of a let's keep our intensity rate. If there's been a flaw in the Lady Dragons game tonight, is they'll get out, as we mentioned earlier, a run of 5 or 6 buckets. They'll push the thing out to about 20, 22 points, and then they take their foot off the gas. And I would imagine he's probably talking about that here with a minute and a half to go here in the third, about, hey, let's finish this quarter strong. don't develop bad habits of playing when you want to, and once again, taking your foot off the gas.
Yeah, well, that can come back to haunt you because it creates habits, and habits can become real problematic in postseason.
Very much so, and if you're playing better teams, you're not able to do things like that.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get the luxury of taking a break, especially the deeper you go in the tournament. Defensive attack there, Mustangs, and now we get some contact and a whistle. And this one's going to be on Skylar Gillis. That's her fourth. Team's second. Very error-free as far as fouls in the second half, only one apiece. Caitlin Chen checks in, Gillis checks out. Minute 19 to go. The Dragons in a hurry. Here comes Harold, and she kind of pushed a little too hard that time. Ran into trouble. Sophie puts it up high. Just the right angle. It falls through, and she draws the foul as well.
Well, you're wondering if Coach Hevington is wondering about his timeout. They immediately came out on the floor, turned it over. North went down, made a layup, got fouled, and will have an opportunity for a three-point play to bring this thing a little closer.
Shot was off the mark, but tipped back out, and another opportunity for an offensive set here for the Lady Mustangs. But that's a hard pass to handle there in the middle with some mustard on it. And we've got a foul on 55, Fiorito. That foul on the other end was Peyton Harold, her second.
You know, neither team very deep, Mike. Not a lot of opportunities for subs, even though we just have one come in right now for North Oldham. But both teams primarily going with their starters.
Deep inbounds pass to Sahatchin. She's being pestered by Sophie Hale. Now Maggie Smith looks for Harold. Harold stops, starts.
There's those happy feet we talked about a minute ago. They got her on it that time.
Turnover. Mustang ball with 30 seconds plus to go.
6 turnovers for the Lady Dragons this half.
Pesky defense from the Dragons, and the Lady Mustangs just not really getting any good looks at the moment. Sophie Hale puts it up. It's deflected. And the end result, Dragon ball. 6 seconds. Harold quickly inside. And Brooke Short gets a bucket right before the end of the buzzer. 52-37 is your third quarter score. We'll take a break and be back right after this. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball. We'll be right back right after this.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Mike Beck, Gary Forrest here. Is fourth quarter getting ready to get underway. Dragons lead the Lady Mustangs 52-37 after 3, and both teams playing to their scoring average so far.
Well, you know, Mike, North did outscore South that quarter 14-13, so cut the lead by 1 starting here in the fourth quarter. So a positive for the Lady Mustangs. Let's see if they can't tighten this thing up and make a little more of a game out of it.
Well, this quarter starts Dragon Ball. And Harold misses a layup. That's
blank.
A rare miss for her. Gillis into Hinton, back to Gillis. High shot, arcing, and drops straight through. No quit in the Lady Mustangs, although they trail by 13. Trying to get it back to single digits, probably their first goal. Dragons slow it down a bit offensively, set it up. Now they find Holland, and she misses a clean shot, gets a second chance, and draws the foul.
Well, you know, Holland missed that point-blank layup. That's the second one early here in the fourth quarter that the Lady Dragons have missed, but she showed persistence, got a rebound, put it back in, was fouled on the play.
And Caitlin Chen picks up her second foul. And a timeout taken, full timeout taken by Coach Pfaff, so he wants a break. Well, we'll give him a break. And I'm not talking about the Kit Kat bar either. We'll take a break as well. Be right back right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Timeout taken by the Lady Mustangs. They wanted to talk it over. Coach Pfaff saw something he didn't like. I hope it just wasn't the scoreboard. He probably doesn't like that, though, I'm sure. And Zoe Holland will get her bonus attempt here. Up and off the mark. And possession saved there by Lexi Bolden. Quick hands. When it rains, it pours for the Mustangs. Under 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Some pesky defense there. Sahachin tries a floater, can't get it to drop. Fiorito pulls it down. And we'll go back the other way, and a turnover. Dragons go and just take it away from Caitlin Chen. Maggie Smith tried to get down to Peyton Harold, and it was knocked out by a Mustang. 54-39, 6:26 to go in the ball game. And the Dragons have led the entire way. Sahachin, Holland decides to go. A little more deliberate, trying to open a back door. And Harold finds it and walks right through for two.
Excellent backdoor pass in the Harold. He did a good job hesitating, up and under. Finishes with a bucket and one.
That foul on Danny Moore. And Harold goes to the line and shoot one bonus free throw here. Believe it or not, that's her first shot from the line tonight. She shot a lot from the floor, but that was her first free throw. Oh, wow. Block from Harold. Proctor was trying to make something happen. And now a foul from behind as Proctor trying to maybe vent a little frustration that time. Reached out, just did a grab. Her first, team's fifth.
A little token pressure out front by the Lady Mustangs, who had whittled this thing to 12, but right now South with a back cut layup and pushed the thing back out to 20, Mike.
59-39. Hale to Proctor. Shot just won't fall for her tonight. Been a quiet night for Ann Proctor, just 7 points. Nice control by Peyton Harold. She's a good ball player.
Well, she is, but right now the North Oldham defense giving up just straight line layups, not a lot of help, and the person guarding the ball is getting beat off the dribble almost every time down the floor.
Under 5 to go. Proctor again takes a shot, just rolls around just off the mark tonight. And a foul. This is going to be on Lexi Bolden. Her first, team's third this half. 61-39. Pushed it out to a 22-point advantage. Gillis comes out. Her Band-Aid did come off on her chin. It was flopping around there. The referees made her come out and get that attended to. In the game, Alyssa Gordon, Caitlin Chen, Sophie Hale, and a whistle. Foul on the floor, no shot. And that one's going to be on Skylar Sahatchin. Her third. Fourth foul overall for the Dragons. Dragon defense really doing a great job taking away passing lanes and forcing the person dribbling into a path that they don't want to take.
Well, part of the problem is, Mike, that North probably dribbling a little too much. They're not getting fouls out of it, and at the same time, they're dribbling with their head down.
Fiorito, way too strong, misses everything. Dragons come out with it. Lexi Holland, long cross-court pass, and that was picked off and taken the other way by Fiorito.
Holland tried to throw the proverbial skip pass across the floor side to side, and not a high percentage pass, and the result was a turnover layup for North.
Sahatchin, nice work off the screen. The screen opens up Maggie Smith, and she turns around and heads straight for the bucket.
Just a high screen and roll, as we mentioned earlier. Not getting a lot of help from North on the help side defense.
Turnover and 2 points. Lexi Bolden, the beneficiary of that one. Sahatchin took it. Saw Bolden streaking the other way, and it was no contest. 3-point shot off the mark. Rebound, Sophie Hale, and she'll get a second chance bucket. 65-43. This game has played out kind of way we thought it might tonight. Nice shot there from Maggie Smith. A lot of scoring tonight from the Lady Dragons.
Well, up 20 some odd now. You kind of wonder when South might start looking to take some of these starters out. They haven't played many kids, so I see one heading in right now. So it'd be nice to see some younger kids get a little opportunity.
Maggie Smith bounce pass to Harold.
Because the last thing you want is one of your starters in the game up 20 to get hurt. You know, as a coach, you're always worried about that. Try to get them out.
And a timeout called by the Mustangs.
Now it looks like multiple subs from North coming in. You know, coaches kind of look at the other guy. The guy that's winning kind of looks at the other guy. It's like, you know, when are you going to put yours in? I'll put mine in. Sort of a seating concession, if you will.
Yeah. Now, you'd mentioned before the game, as we talked, about one of the criteria for postseason seeding in case of a tie, and that may not come into play after tonight's result, but point differential is a big deal.
It really doesn't apply to this game because all South had to do was win it. They could win by 1, and they win the district seed title, so the point differential is irrelevant. And building their big numbers up, so it'll be good to see South put some other young kids in here. But North has blinked. They've made their wholesale subs first, so to speak.
Well, at this point, South has not. In the game for the Mustangs, Addie Morgan, number 11, Alyssa Gordon, number 24, Danny Moore, number 0, and Proctor and Caitlin Chen, 2 seniors on the court. Chen goes down inside, baseline. Pass, and the shot blocked by Lexi Bolden. And basically the starting 5 still on the court for South. Quick pass, sets up a 3, and it bounds around off the mark. Bolden, nope, Maggie Smith had it for a moment. And now we get a foul. That was Lexi Bolden, comes flying in and gets tied up with Proctor. I believe that second foul, I believe, on Lexi Bolden. 5th team foul on the Dragons. Neither team yet in the bonus this half.
You know, as we mentioned earlier, it's been a rather quickly played game. Not a lot of fouls called.
Whoa, that's a long 3-point shot. 3rd of the night for Ann Proctor. 69-46. Under 2 minutes to go. Probably the outcome not in doubt at this point. Minute and a half. Sahatchin being harassed by the defenders for the Lady Mustangs, looking for opportunities. Bolden back and forth with Smith. Smith missed her shot. And we go back the other way in a hurry, and it's going to go out of bounds. Trying to do too much with not enough time. Caitlin Chen was trying to get to Fiorito, and she just threw it too long. And now we see a wholesale substitution coming in. Now we see a couple. Number 11 in, Lexi Von Felt. Number 3, Jenna Omorod in. 21, Brooke Short in the ball game. Number 12, I don't have her on the roster, and Sahatchin. And the shot off the mark. We'll go back the other way. The Lady Mustangs. Proctor pulls the trigger on a 3, and it's not there. And Fiorito goes up for a follow-up shot, offensive board, and she's hacked. And that is on that is on Lexi Von Felt, number 11 for the Dragons. 41 seconds to go. 69-46. Mustangs have scored their average for the season. Unfortunately, the Dragons have scored above their average.
Well, as we mentioned before the game, North was going to have to get above. They were going to have to get in the 50s, and they were going to have to hold South down in the 50s, and it's kind of fell the way we thought it might.
And we had a whistle. think they stepped out of bounds, and so it's dragon ball now. The defense taking away their passing lanes. And we got a double dribble call. That was on Jenna Ormerode. Getting a minute of playing time here tonight. 15 seconds to go. And a three-point shot is good from Fiorito. And that's going to be the end of the ball game. The final score, North Oldham 50, South Oldham 69. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back and get prepared for the boys matchup, which is coming your way in about 20 minutes or so. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball. We'll be right back.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
And welcome back. Here's the final of that girls game, 69-50. South Oldham knocks off North Oldham. We're getting prepared for the boys to come out here on the court, but we need to pick out a player of the game for both teams in that girls contest before we transition and turn our attention to the boys contest. I think for South Oldham, I think it's pretty clear. Peyton Harold.
Yeah, that one wasn't a hard one. You know, she is their leading scorer on the season. She only took one shot the first quarter, but besides getting going in the second quarter, she also made those around her better. And to me, that's the sign of a good player. She had 8 assists on tonight's game. I know she had, 14, 15 points?
26 total.
In the second quarter when she got herself rolling again, but 26 points, 8 assists, that's a yeoman's night for anyone.
So tip of the hat to Peyton Harold. And then for North Oldham, not really any huge standout player tonight, but who would you tip of the hat to player of the game for the Lady Mustangs?
Well, you know, they don't have great scoring because they only average in the 40s, and, you know, senior Ann Proctor is kind of been one of those ones that's led them all year, and she was out there at the end still plugging. So she probably gets my vote for this one tonight. All
right, well, that's it. Our outstanding players of the game brought to you by East and Westbrook Construction. East and Westbrook Construction is a regional industrial contractor providing safety, quality, and performance for clients for over 37 years. Make East and Westbrook a part of your team for outstanding construction and maintenance results. And now we'll get ready to take a break. When we come back, our attention will be on the young men as they get ready to take the court here and get underway. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball. We'll be right back right after this.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market?
Do you have
with just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7800. 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling in LaGrange. For trusted on-time service, call Thompson at 502-817-3105. Thompson, making people comfortable. thompsonheating.net.
And welcome back to our pregame boys coverage, or should I say in-between coverage. Girls game is finished and wrapped up. Boys game about to get underway. Mike Beck and Gary Forrest here as we wait the start of the 20-minute countdown clock. I'm not sure what the delay is here. I don't know if you have any clue.
Well, I know the girls' teams are still out. They're sitting in the benches. The boys' teams are waiting. Usually as you get to this time of the year, you'll have a lot of things that are going on, senior nights, presentation nights. We assume there's some sort of presentation getting ready to take place as the floor is still yet to be used. And I can see them over at the scorers table. They may be having microphone problems or such. So,
I see.
You know, players are amped up, they're ready to go, and they're kind of like horses. You got to pull back on the reins and have kind of wait over there a little bit.
And there's a reason they don't leave the horses in the starting gate too long at the Derby.
Yeah, very much so. It's kind of like hurry up and stop, hurry up and stop.
Well, while we wait on that, let me update you and our listeners and viewers on some scores of other games. We've been following Southern Indiana girls sectional action tonight in quarterfinals. At the end of 4, we got a tie ball game. Silver Creek and Gordon knotted up at 45. It'll go into overtime. A final, South Central Elizabeth knocks off Christian Academy tonight, 49-29, and the first final that's come our way. And early action at the end of 1, the Jeffersonville girls taking it to Seymour, 15-3 after 1. And Jeffersonville girls, one of the better squads in Southern Indiana, and expect to make a pretty good run if they can get through their sectional, which is a tough one with Floyd Central and New Albany in it, and Bedford North Lawrence. They survive that, then they could have, who knows, pretty deep run in the postseason. But those are some scores that come in. So we're not even sure what's going on here. But while they do this, we'll go ahead and take another break, see if we can sort it out. I suspect we'll have a basketball game here soon. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school basketball.
No matter what falls your way this season, Cub Cadet has a strong line of chore equipment to keep your yard looking beautiful, including the powerful Cub Cadet log splitters or the versatile chipper shredder vacuums that pick up lawn debris, chip branches, and shred leaves. Be all season strong thanks to Cub Cadet. Welcome to Strongsville. Hurry into your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Anderson Sales and Service, Inc. at 6159 West Highway 146 in Crestwood for exceptional offers.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Mobile Mower Repair, home of Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest mower, is offering incredible savings this winter. Now save $20 on winter service or 50% on pickup with delivery and service. Located in Crestwood at 5917 West Highway 22, Mobile Mower Repair has proudly served Oldham County with the best repair on Dixie Choppers for years. And now they're an authorized Husqvarna dealer too. That's Dixie Chopper and Husqvarna Mobile Mower Repair. They sell the best and service the rest. Give them a call because spring will be here before you know it. 241-0421. That's 241-0421.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
And the clock has started, and now we count down to the boys' contest. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest, glad to be with you tonight here at North Oldham High School as part two of our doubleheader finally starts to move forward. The Mustangs and the Dragons, again, two teams with similar records, although the Dragons faring a little bit better this season. They're 14-6. They come in tonight. Mustangs 12-9, not too shabby for them. What do you know about these two teams, and what are the major differences between them?
Well, Mike, you know, ironically, it's similar to the girls' play. South Oldham would rather play a rather up-tempo threes. They'll give you all the quick shots you want, and they average about 74 points a game. North Oldham, on the other hand, they play a more structured style, half-court, mix-up defenses, very aggressive. Defense is sort of their trademark. For them to be successful tonight, they want to keep the game in the 50s. You know, so the higher points scored, the faster the tempo is going to favor the Dragons. And for North, the lower tempo, the game in the 50s, lower 60s favors them.
You had a chance just to briefly converse with Coach Simpson there in one of the points of the girls' game. What did you find out? Did you get any insight from him on where his team is at right now?
Well, very much so. You know, as we mentioned before the girls' game and we were talking, you know, it's been a long old season. And about this time of the year, I always ask coaches, you know, how's your team's health, both mentally and physically? And I know South Oldham's going through this bit of a bug thing. They played one of the better teams from the region here the other day at Simon Kenton, and they were without 3 of their starters because of this flu. They'll have 2 of them back, but one of the starters, Luke Morrison, still held out again tonight, and he's missed 6 games already this year. He's a big kid. He's young, 6'5", maybe 180, so you know, he's built kind of a slight of frame, and he just can't seem to get this flu bug out of his system. So they'll be without one of their main guns tonight.
Well, I can attest this flu bug will knock you down, and it takes a while to get back to full strength. I caught that going into that game, South Oldham hosting Oldham County back on January 5th, and my voice was going that night, and the rest of me went the next day, and I was down for about 3 straight days. Didn't get up and do anything, and it took me about a week to really get back to full strength. So my heart goes out to Mr. Morrison as he tries to recover. tempo-wise, I got a chance to see South Oldham against Oldham County. A little bit of an upset that night as they knocked off the Colonels, who started off really strong this season. Do you think the game tonight favors the way that the Dragons play as opposed to the way the Mustangs will want to try to slow it down?
Well, I think really the game yet to be decided. It'll be decided who runs their tempo the most. And that'll be decided as the game goes on. But what you have to be careful of with South Oldham is they love to shoot the three. 40% of their shots are three-pointers. Now, you have to be careful if you're playing them, because a lot of times it's like they bait you into, well, if you can do it, we can do it. And that's not how North Oldham is made up. You know, they're old school, if you will. They'll shoot the threes, but they don't live and die by them as South does. So it'll be interesting which team is able to take hold. North with 2 offensive threats, and that being Justin Rose averages right at 18 a game, and Dylan Yates right at 11. Yet their other players, they're more of role players, if you will.
You coached over a long time and had some great success. You've coached teams that probably were up-tempo. You probably had some teams that you had to keep them down-tempo because of the talent of the players you had. Is it easier for an up-tempo team to control a game, or is it easier for a slow-tempo team to control a game? Or is it really just a matter of the players on the floor?
Well, you know, everything really is keyed, Mike, by your philosophy. You know, and you'll want kids to play one way, but you may not have the talent to play that way. Thus, you have to adjust your philosophy. And a lot of times, that's where your players. Some coaches will keep the same philosophy all the way through. Well, if you don't have the players to meet that philosophy, you know, things have to change. On the point you asked, which is easiest, which is hardest, it's really what you're used to. And, you know, I'm a conservative person by nature, and I like to know that we had control of things. And you don't control things as much with the 3 as you do with the 2. But that's why the 3 is more rewarding.
Yeah, it makes sense. We'll go ahead and take another break. We'll come back. We'll be ever closer to tip-off. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball. And about 13 minutes before the boys get underway here. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
No matter what falls your way this season, Cub Cadet has a strong line of chore equipment to keep your yard looking beautiful, including the powerful Cub Cadet log splitters or the versatile chipper shredder vacuums that pick up lawn debris, chip branches, and shred leaves. Be all season strong thanks to Cub Cadet. Welcome to Strongsville. Hurry into your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Anderson Sales and Service, Inc. at 6159 West Highway 146 in Crestwood for exceptional offers.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Mobile Mower Repair, home of Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest mower, is offering incredible savings this winter. Now save $20 on winter service or 50% on pickup up with delivery and service. Located in Crestwood at 5917 West Highway 22, Mobile Mower Repair has proudly served Oldham County with the best repair on Dixie choppers for years. And now they're an authorized Husqvarna dealer too. That's Dixie Chopper and Husqvarna Mobile Mower Repair. They sell the best and service the rest. Give them a call because spring will be here before you know it. 241-0421. That's 241-0421.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Back here as our pregame coverage continues, or in between coverage, you might say. The girls' game over early, 69-50, the final in that one. South Oldham gets the win. Now the boys set to tangle here in about 10.5 minutes, but getting some updated scores and things, news being sent to me by producer Steve Bird. It's double overtime now. Silver Creek and Corydon knotted up at 51 at the end of overtime. They'll play another 4 minutes in that one at the half. Jeffersonville leads Seymour 19-9. That is a very low-scoring game, especially for the Red Devils, who are usually putting up quite a bit more points than that, especially in the half. But here's some news with regards to Wagner and Oldham County, who are playing tonight at Oldham County. That game has been delayed until 8 o'clock, if it is played at all, because Wagner's varsity coach was thrown out of the game during the JV game for some reason, and did not want to leave the facility, and so there was some issues with that, and some things to be determined whether that game is actually even going to be played now for some reason. So that's the report from our Steve Bird. He also reports that Colonel's leading scorer, Jackson Gibson, will not play tonight, even if the game is played. I guess health reasons or illness or something, but he is marked as a no play tonight. So there's your news update. Interesting stuff going on up at in Buckner tonight.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the first issue with a coach being ejected from the game. That's why you have assistant coaches. You know, it's next man up, unless the coach just refuses to have his team play. And if that is the case, that would be considered a forfeit, and I don't think either school wants that to happen. And
No.
Quite frankly, with the best player from Oldham not playing tonight, if I'm Wagner, who has a very good team, be interesting.
Well, we weren't there, so all I can do is report what I'm given from our producer. We'll just not speculate, because you know what happens when we do that. Trouble. But let's turn our attention to this game. We've got about 8.5 minutes to go before starting lineups are revealed. Any thoughts on South Oldham? They come in tonight. What are some keys to the game for them? What do they have to accomplish?
You know, to beat South, I think you have, first of all, to give yourself a chance, you want to keep them in the 50s. You know, it seems like I used to kid Coach Simpson. His attitude is, we'll score 70 and we'll give you 60. My attitude used to be, well, I'll take the 60, but I want to keep you in the 50s. And one of the first things you have to do with their team is limit their made three attempts. You know, in many cases, they'll drive for a layup to get the defense to collapse, and then they'll kick it back out. They love the corner threes. So our goal used to be, and I think a lot of teams that go into it, is try to keep them at a respectable amount of made threes. Now, they've got a good front line. Now, tonight they won't have one of their players, Luke Morrison, not playing because of sickness. So they're a little more susceptible there, but they've got one of the better scorers in the region, and Devin Young, and he likes to shoot it. He doesn't mind putting them up. I call him a volume shooter, and he's one of those guys that can go on streaks. You know, he can make 5 or 6 threes in a row.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll come back and talk about North Oldham and what it is they've got to accomplish tonight to end up on the winning side of the ledger. We'll take that break and be back right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
What's in an e-cig cloud? Think it's a harmless vapor? Think again. Nicotine, ultrafine particles that can lead to asthma, formaldehyde, lead that can cause brain damage, acetone found in nail polish remover. Don't let big tobacco cloud your judgment. Get the facts. Electronic cigarettes, unhealthy and addictive. Stay above the influence. A message from the Oldham County Health Department and the Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Glycod.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, Glycod.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's Glycod.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter too at Glycod.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Just a few minutes away from South and North, tangling it up here at North Oldham High School. The Mustangs and the Dragons warming up, going through their final pre-flight checks, if you will. Let's talk about the Mustangs. We talked about the Dragons in that last segment. The Mustangs, maybe a little bit harder task tonight to try to come out of here with the win. What do they have to do to make that happen?
Well, you know, believe it or not, I think playing at home, they have an opportunity of getting and making this into a really close game. They have the tools to do what they have to do is slow South down. That's control the boards. They have two guards that are capable of scoring. They're just going to need to get a little something extra out of their inside play. They usually play to the mid-50s. That's the tempo they look for. They're very aggressive. The key is if the officials will let the game be played. If they let it be played, it favors North. Well, sometimes that's the one variable that you can't predict going into a game is how close the refs will call it, how tightly they'll watch some of the things. If it was the last game was any indication, they let them play. There was a lot of contact. There were some fouls, but it wasn't the foul fest that it could have been. Well, as we mentioned last game, three of the better officials from the 8th region were on that game. Occasionally, they'll let officials work a boy-girl doubleheader when it's a big game, maybe against ranked teams, or in this case, rival teams. So I'm still looking to see if I see the officials come out. I do, and lo and behold, we have three different officials.
New crew.
So interesting.
All right, well, we're about 2 minutes away from starting lineup, so we'll go ahead and take our final break. And when we come back, it'll be time for some basketball, and everybody says amen to that. So stand by. Basketball coming your way next on Glycon.com.
No matter what falls your way this season, Cub Cadet has a strong line of chore equipment to keep your yard looking beautiful, including the powerful Cub Cadet log splitters or the versatile chipper shredder vacuums that pick up lawn debris, chip branches, and shred leaves. Be all season strong thanks to Cub Cadet. Welcome to Strongsville. Hurry into your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Anderson Sales and Service Inc. at 6159 West Highway 146 in Crestwood for exceptional offers.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673, 502-222-1673, LaGrange Service Center.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Glycon Communications presents Kentuckiana High School Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, caring for your car with Napa know-how. By Lawson Financial, helping you plan for your financial security. LawsonFinancial.net. By the U.S. Army, join the team that makes a difference. Visit GoArmy.com. By Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, a top outdoor equipment choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. By the Oldham County Board of Health, healthy people, strong community, OldhamCountyHealthDepartment.org. By Metro Windows, replace your old rotted windows today. Call Metro Windows at 502-550-1489. And by Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. ThompsonHeating.net. Now to courtside for all the action of Kentuckiana High School basketball from Glycon Communications.
And welcome back here as our pregame countdown gets down to 0. And Mike back here with Gary Forrest, and we're coming back, and they're introducing the senior girl players for the Mustangs. So a little bit of a delay before the starting lineups, and it's a special night here at South Oldham, or North Oldham rather, and as the South Oldham Mustangs come to town, and so things are not as they always are, but we are honoring the senior Mustang, Lady Mustangs, Ann Proctor, Caitlin Chen, and Ashley Mollock. So that is the information as we have it here. One note as you're following along, if I can get this thing to open, at the end of 2 overtimes, Silver Creek 54, Corydon 54. So now we'll go to 3 overtimes in the girls sectional game.
Of habit, and Coach Simpson from South Oldham apparently hadn't been informed of any of these. So now we've got a rendition of Sweet Caroline being played, and I think South's coach is a little bit irritated for the fact that, like, hey, let's play. I will tell you this, state high school rules say that if you're going to have presentations, both teams have to agree about it before games. That hasn't happened here. And at the same time, once you've warmed up, if you have a delay, you have to warm up again for safety reasons. Usually the 3 or 4 minute mark is the cutoff point, and then we've had a presentation. Now we've got a guitar rendition. I think we got one more surprise coming. I'm not sure if somebody wins a new car or what.
Yeah, if Oprah shows up, who knows? It could be all heck breaks out here. You win a car and you win it. But I truly don't know. We're just trying to hold on tight here and get to basketball, which is why we came. But I know folks at home watching this live stream are probably going, what's going on? Well, it ain't in our control, as they say. Sweet Caroline being played, not sure why, other than Neil Diamond retired from touring this week, which is,
well, if that's the case, I think we had another retiree. So, Elton John's got to get some, equal time.
Yeah, well, Crocodile Rock, I guess, is what they'll be playing next. I have no idea, but folks, we do our best here. Sometimes these things are not in our control. But how long have they been waiting here? You think these guys may have to warm up again?
Getting pretty close.
So I'm not sure if Coach Simpson.
Love your kicks. Where'd you get?
What's going on? The referees talking to the coaches over there. And they're going to go ahead and do a national anthem play. So while they do that, we'll go ahead and take a break. And we'll be right back right after this. Folks, stay with us.
What's in an e-cig cloud? Think it's a harmless vapor? Think again. Nicotine, ultrafine particles that can lead to asthma, formaldehyde, lead that can cause brain damage, acetone found in nail polish remover. Don't let big tobacco cloud your judgment. Get the facts. Electronic cigarettes, unhealthy and addictive. Stay above the influence. A message from the Oldham County Health Department and the Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Over the years, sporting events have delivered many powerful moments. Battery Giant gives you the power of low prices on over 100,000 different types of batteries. Mention this ad and get 10% off. There's none bigger than Battery Giant. Visit their locally owned and operated Louisville store at 12418 LaGrange Road, just northeast of exit 30 off I-265. Or shop online at batterygiant.com. Batterygiant.com. Facebook and Twitter at Battery Giant.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
You ever tried to catch a grease pig? That's what I feel like right now. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest here as we've had quite the pregame. Starting lineups brought to you tonight by the United States Army. Join the team that makes a difference. Find out what it takes at goarmy.com. Jake Vincent, number 31. Jason King, number 21. Sam Beard, number 11. Number 12, Peyton Hicks. And number 1, Devin Young. That are your 5 starters tonight for the South Oldham Dragons, wearing their dark green outfits with the white numbers. And now time for your starting lineup for the North Oldham Mustangs. A lot of pomp and circumstance tonight, Gary. I hope the game's as exciting as the pregame.
You never know what's going to happen in these games. Having coached through about 40 of them, it just, as a coach and as your players, really the key is the team that settles down first. You know, you throw the records out. Both teams are capable of beating each other. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your team, comes out and they're leveled down. Now, if they keep the electric guitar playing throughout the game, that'll be another deal I have to put up with, I guess.
Number 2, Dylan Yates. Number 10, Grant Adelson. Number 23, Justin Rose. Cole Fisher, number 12 for the Mustangs. And Justin Burton. Those are your 5 starters tonight for the Mustangs. Yates, Burton, Adelson, Fisher, and Rose. And I'm sure we'll see some others off the bench tonight. And yeah, it's about that time. We're going to have some basketball now. Hallelujah. Get ready, folks. In the center for the tip, Justin Rose and Devin Young face up. Ball is up. Tipped by Young, but controlled by the Mustangs.
Mustangs open up man-to-man on the half.
Justin Rose attacked first, went down the middle of the court, couldn't get it to drop though. And the Dragons attack first on offense. Long shot from Sam Beard, no good, out of bounds, and that'll be a long turnover in effect. And here come the Mustangs' second offensive series. Rose brings it up the court. Puts it in the hands of Yates, back to Rose. Pulls up, puts up a 3, off the mark. Devin Young brings it back down the court. Sam Beard starts in, kicks it back out. Now a nice strong baseline move. Nothing there for Jake Vincent. We come back the other way. High off the glass. It's Dalen Yates. First point of the ball game. It took a minute to get there.
Both teams right now, really have the juices flowing, so it'll take a little bit. But right now, defenses are going to have the edge.
Jason King gets it down inside to Young. Can't get it to go. Vincent fights hard and he'll be fouled. And the foul is going to be against number 4, Justin Burton. First foul of the night. Goes against the Mustangs. At the line, Jake Vincent to shoot 2. It's the first. Squares up for the second.
South Oldham always one of the top leaders of free throws made in the state, but 1 for 2 out of this first bunch.
Justin Rose brings it up. Mustangs.
4 out, 1 in offense against South Oldham's man-to-man defense.
Go in, but kick it back outside. Looking for a better shot. That's the second time Yates has gone in that way. Hasn't had any success so far. And an errant pass from Sam Beard turns into turnover and points. Justin Rose for 3. And an early 5-1 lead for the Mustangs. Beard has the angle and the basket and draws the foul. Dylan Yates picks up his first, team's second. Beard has an opportunity for a three-point play here, but misses. And the rebound taken by Dylan Yates brings it up the court. Mustangs offense, a lot of movement, creating space, and a foul whistled. He'll shoot 2 shots, they say, and there was an active shooting. Jake Vincent called.
Mike, North Oldham starting out offensively against South's man-to-man, 4 out and 1 in, and what they try to do, it isn't really about shooting threes. They try to split you and drive it hard, and right now they've had success going back to the line here.
Cole Fisher hits both of his free throws, and the Mustangs sport a 7-3 lead here in the early going. And another foul. Vincent, his second foul, and he's going to go to the bench here early in the ball game with 2.
Got Vincent with an illegal screen away from the ball.
He'll take his seat. Ben Johnson checks in for the Dragons. Bad position there for Fisher. Really didn't have a good look, but got caught. Had to take a shot.
Well, the key is, Mike, they're getting shots in the paint.
And the Dragons are not getting second chance opportunities. A hard foul as Yates was going in to try to hit a layup. And Jason King.
Well, once again, North driving the basket hard, trying to get their shoulders in between their man and the basket, and having pretty good success right now. As we mentioned earlier, North a very aggressive, a very strong team, made up of 4 guards and maybe a forward, so they don't have great size. But what they lack in size, their aggressiveness really picks up. Couldn't be a better start for North.
Dragons now trying to get a little offense going here in the first quarter, about halfway through the first period. And Ben Johnson finds pay dirt.
Johnson does the same thing that North has been doing to South. He puts his head down, drives it hard to the basket for a bucket. Johnson off the bench, very aggressive, somewhat overlooked player. Does a lot of little things.
He was a key factor off the bench against that Oldham County team.
Adelson, the resident three-point specialist for North, gets his first of the night. He's made over 25 for the season so far.
Good to have a player that is reliable from beyond the arc.
Well, 1 and out for South Oldham right now as North doing a good job on the defensive boards.
And Justin Rose with a 3, and that's going to spur a timeout. 30-second call from Coach Simpson. He wants to talk about it. 15-5, a little bit of a surprise perhaps here in the early going.
Well, it's at home. A lot of it's rhythm as well, Mike. You got one of your starters not here, and you had all these things before the game. As much as we think kids are resilient to things, they're also into the same old rhythm and stuff. And
right.
Not to take anything away from North, they come out and they've shot it well, but South looks like they're just off a little bit.
Well, one of the keys I've noticed so far is that South is not getting any second chance opportunities. The offensive board's just not there for the Dragons so far in this game.
Well, even though they have the size on their side, you're right. They haven't done a good job getting to the offensive boards.
3-point attempt up, not there for Devin Young. And we're going to get a whistle. And a foul. This is against Ben Johnson. His first, team's fourth.
We look for South Oldham to change things up, and right now what they're doing, full court man-to-man. And, you know, South's forte is not necessarily being a great defensive team. You know, they let their offense carry them most of the times. So Justin Rose brings it up without much pressure. They get into their half-court offense where they'll run it.
Seth Johnson, number 33, checks in for the Dragons. And we've got a foul on the floor. And there are a lot of...
I'll tell you what, I'm the officials, and I'm calling an intentional foul, and I thought that's what they were talking about because Young fouled him, there was no doubt, but then he also took his offhand and took him to the ground, so tempers flare a little bit. North regains possession out front.
And Justin Rose hits another three, and it's an 18-5 start. And this is about as good as you could script it if you're a Mustang fan tonight.
Very much so. And, you know, as we mentioned before the game, North needs this game for the district seed. If North wins it, there's a three-way tie. Then they start going down for all the tiebreakers. And one such tiebreaker is point differential. So if North wins, we'll have to look at the point differential. If South wins, they win the district #1 seed.
Ben Johnson missed from the line. First shot, that foul was on number 4, Justin Burton. His second, just the third on the team. Johnson misses both of them.
South usually a very good free throw shooting team, and another over-the-back foul against the Dragons.
Devin Young got tied up on that loose ball, and the referee dinged him pretty quick, and Mr. Young can take a seat on the bench. Coach Simpson's got to be unhappy with what he's seeing so far. Rose goes all the way, and he's on a tear right now.
Right now, no answer for Rose from the South Oldham group on the floor.
A smaller lineup on the floor for South, and we got a double dribble called.
One turnover, and immediately North turns it right back over.
Nick Cranfield in the game for South Oldham.
So Coach Simpson going down the bench tonight. A lot of kids that usually don't play until mop-up time, they're going to be expected to come in and for sure the biggest game of their life, particularly Cranfield. He's a young one, so he's going to be battle-tested.
Well, he's definitely stepped into the fire right now as they trail by 15. And a whistle. And that's going to be another foul on Justin Burton. Has picked up 3 quick fouls here in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, I think Coach Burton rolled the dice with his son, and he picks up his 3rd foul, so he'll have to sit out.
Peyton Hicks been quiet, but he has the ball. Nice spin move. And that's how you do it.
Well, it never fails when you mention that. Then the player says, touche, I am alive and well.
Nice move by Peyton Hicks.
Dragons stay in the man-to-man right now.
And Ben Johnson takes a swat.
That's 2 on Johnson.
Yep, second foul for him.
So right now, both teams playing a little dicey right now, a little tight. You know, we mentioned earlier, it's who settles down, and right now it's been the Justin Rose show for the Mustangs.
Dylan Yates with the free throw. He had the 1-and-1, didn't get it, but the ball came off hard and was tipped back. He ended up with it. And they'll get another chance to score some points.
That corner three.
Ball through the hands of Johnson.
McIntosh in the game for the Mustangs, very active inside. Just kicked that rebound out there. Looks like a middle linebacker off the football team. Doesn't look to score, but is a good passer, screener, rebounder.
Three-point attempt is on the mark. Justin Rose hits his fourth.
What's amazing, how times fly. 2 weeks ago, Rose couldn't buy a shot against Oldham, eventually fouled out with only 7 points. He's already surpassed that early here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's got 14 here in the first. Bucket by Sam Beard. My mistake. 23-9 with 40 seconds to go. The Mustangs, you'd think they'd pull it out, hold it for the last shot, but the way they've been playing at that pace.
Well, whatever they do, you got to feel like it's going to go through Justin Rose. So they got a 2-1-2 set now with McIntosh, the screener, up in the middle. So you can look for Rose, maybe dribble off the high screen with about 10 or a little under. And right now with 14 seconds to go, ball in Rose's hand out front.
Rose working against Ben Johnson. Starts his move, goes to his right, pulls up, puts it up, can't get it to go. And it comes out. Ball thrown up at the last second and just off the mark. Sam Beard tried a three-quarter court shot. Wasn't there at the end of one. North Oldham, big lead, 23-9 over South. We'll take a break, be right back with our second quarter right after this on Glycod.com.
What's in an e-cig cloud? Think it's a harmless vapor? Think again. Nicotine, ultrafine particles that can lead to asthma, formaldehyde, lead that can cause brain damage, acetone found in nail polish remover. Don't let big tobacco cloud your judgment. Get the facts. Electronic cigarettes, unhealthy and addictive. Stay above the influence. A message from the Oldham County Health Department and the Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Over the years, sporting events have delivered many powerful moments. Battery Giant gives you the power of low prices on over 100,000 different types of batteries. Mention this ad and get 10% off. There's none bigger than Battery Giant. Visit their locally owned and operated Louisville store at 12418 LaGrange Road, just northeast of exit 30 off I-265. Or shop online at batterygiant.com. Batterygiant.com. Facebook and Twitter at Battery Giant.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Second quarter getting ready to get started here. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest, and quite the ball game tonight, especially if you're a North Oldham fan. 23-9 the score after one. Beard kicks it back out into the hands of Cranfill. Now Peyton Hicks. Hicks and Beard really the two starters on the floor for the Dragons at the moment. Seeing a lot of reserve play. Shot by Johnson, not there. Loose ball on the floor, scramble for it. Johnson clears it back out. Three-point shot off the mark, and it ends up in the hands of the Mustangs.
Well, right now, South Oldham, known for its three-point shooting, set a state record last year and hasn't come close here in the first quarter.
But Justin Rose is feeling it tonight.
We can't say the same about Rose. I think that's his fourth three.
It is. 30-second timeout by Coach Simpson. Other than get an ice pack out and sit it on him when he's on the bench, how do you cool him down?
Well, that's one way you bring him off the floor. If I'm Rose, I might want to stay out there and see if I can shoot a few during this timeout just to keep my touch.
He's got 5 three-pointers so far in the first 9 minutes of play. He's got 17 points, leads all scorers. He's outscoring South Oldham by himself.
Well, he is, but remember this, Mike. They're not a very deep team, and already one of their starters on the bench, the coach's son, with 3 fouls. So they've already had to dip into that bench that doesn't have a lot of depth to it, and it looks like they're going to be tested. we might note South Oldham's leading scorer, Devin Young, on the bench with 2 fouls.
Seth Johnson brings it up, passes to Ben Johnson. Cross-court pass, dangerous pass. Johnson to Johnson. And now Hicks looks for baseline, not there.
Just as we mentioned, Devin Young heads down to the scorer's bench to check in a dead ball.
Hicks looking for somebody to help him. Passed it, and it went out of bounds. Beard comes out. And Devin Young back in the ball game for the Dragons.
Now remember, Young is one of those players that can catch fire quick and has no limit to his range.
Out of bounds off the hands of Young. And Dylan Yates pulled up, tried to sink a 3.
Yates seems to shoot the ball better from the corner, but everybody gets a little excited.
Rose with it in his hands, now gets it to Yates. Hands off to Adelson. If Adelson's the 3-point specialist, it's been all Rose tonight.
It'll be interesting. Johnson, the best defender on him right now, playing with 2 fouls. So he's going to try to check Justin Rose.
Rose brings it out, tries to create some space, stops, pulls up, shoots. Not there. Hicks gets the rebound.
Rose seems to cool off a little bit right now, Mike.
That timeout perhaps strategic by Coach Simpson.
Well, I think what he might want to look to do, they're planning to shoot the jumper.
Devin Young.
Just as mentioned, Young comes alive for the first 3 for the Dragons.
That's his first point of the night. They gave him a 2 on that one. Yeah, I thought it was a 3 at first as well. And a 30-second timeout by the Mustangs. I thought he was out 3-point land too, but they only put 2 on the board, so.
He doesn't travel inside very often, so that kind of surprised me. Even though he's quite capable, he's a lefty, very crafty with the ball, got great size. And a lot of times when he goes inside, it just makes him that much better of a player because now you have to guard him both ways. I got a little timeout for North Oldham. Let's see if they'll run a certain set. It can't be all Justin Rose. They rode that horse early while he was hot. He seems to cool off, so let's see if they run a set play here out of this 30-second timeout.
Well, it's always good when you get at least one player that's hot. Because if you come out cold, then you're in big trouble. They've opened up a 15-point advantage, 26-11, with 5:23 to go here in the second quarter. Mustang ball, and they get it inbound. Yates takes the handoff from, McIntosh. Shot off the mark. Cole Fisher with the rebound. And it goes through the hands of Yates, and a steal. And Hicks gets it. Adelson can't finish. Missed opportunity for Adelson. Hicks goes up off the glass, soft.
So here comes South Oldham back. They have a lot of offensive weapons, and right now, North seems to be sputtering a little bit on offense.
A little more defensive pressure. Kicks it out. Thought about a 3. Steps in, takes a 2. It's off the mark. Cole Fisher unable to find the spot.
Here come the Dragons.
Peyton Hicks.
3 straight baskets.
Mustangs pull it out. Take a breath. Yates to Fisher, cross-court pass to Adelson. Yates off the glass and off target.
Yates is the guy that's missing the chippers right now.
But Peyton Hicks.
5 straight buckets for South Oldham, and at the same time, North Oldham has missed its last 6 shots in succession.
And Rose goes in.
Make that 7.
But he gets the rebound, loose ball, and puts it off the glass for 2. Ends the streak there. Hicks, turnaround move, high and
right
on the mark.
North Oldham out of gas defensively, and you can see it in their body posture. South a little fresh because of substitutions.
Peyton Hicks really putting on a clinic the last 2 minutes. And steps taken by Fisher, and the defensive pressure of South really starting to take a toll.
Well, I don't know if it's so much of what South's doing or as much as what North isn't doing. They quit trying to take the ball to the rack, and they're settling for jump shots, and they're fatigued, and everything's coming up a little short.
Ball in the hands of Hicks. Long three-point shot, not there. And Rose pulls it down, and we come back the other way. Tried to force it down inside. Bad call. And a turnover. McIntosh never had control of it. And Devin Young lays it in. And another 30-second timeout, which will keep it with us here. 28-21. And look at that. A 15-point lead is now 7.
Mike, there's an old saying out there that fatigue makes cowards of us all, and I think what's happened is North's hit that little bit of a spell where they're gassed out. It's showing on both ends of the floor offensively. Everything's a little short. They made 1 of their last 7 shots. South Oldham on the other end, they're on a roll right now, 6 out of their last 6 shots.
And I was just saying, update, Silver Creek knocks off Gordon in triple overtime, 63-59. Jeff over Seymour in the fourth, 37-25. And Wagner over Oldham County, 7-2 with 6 minutes to go in the first, early in that one. And again,
another missed layup by the Mustangs.
Johnson got hit from behind, and I believe that's going to be on Adelson. It is his first, team's 5th. But it's a shooting foul, and Ben Johnson will go to the line and shoot 2. Wagner's varsity head coach that was thrown out in the JV game was reinstated by the next officiating crew.
Interesting.
Ben Johnson hits both free throws, and it's a 5-point ball game. Dragons far from over. Hicks in hustle and move. Nice effort there, but couldn't quite control it.
Well, one of the things we talked about earlier, Mike, it seems that North has quit taking the ball to the rack. They're missing shots. South, who had gotten in foul trouble earlier, has now played about 3 minutes without picking up a foul. I know Johnson's in there with 2. And I'm thinking Young may have 2 as well, but they've been able to avoid that foul.
Justin Burton checks back in. And Nick Cranfield going to get written up for his first infraction.
What's interesting, Coach Burton rolling the dice, putting in Justin Burton with 3 fouls here to finish off this second quarter.
Adelson at the line, but you can see the Mustangs winded. But he's right on the mark, dead down the center on that shot.
Well, they were stuck on 28 for a while. I'm sure there were some North fans wanted to shake the scoreboard, see if it would move.
Well, it's done. Can he make it 30? That's a little long. Ben Johnson comes out with it. Young back to Johnson.
Watch him looking for Young.
He's right on mark. Up to 6 points now. Started slow. He's come on here late. Rose, long pass to Adelson, down to McIntosh. Off the glass, can't get it to go. And Devin Young clears it out. Hicks for three, not there. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it will go to the Mustangs.
We're kind of blocked here by the south bench, so we have to kind of look at the different cheering sections to get an idea who got the last piece of the ball.
Yeah, I was just watching the North student body because I knew they'd be the most animated. Rose working against Johnson. Goes to his left. Back outside. Justin Burton for three.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Burton keeps his son in here with the last 30 seconds or so where he doesn't pick up that fourth foul.
And we'll get a whistle. And we'll see who it's called against.
Now would be a great time to maybe get him out, so let's see.
And that was on Justin Burton. He picks up his fourth foul. That was a huge gamble, and it looks like Coach lost.
Yeah, he rolled the dice. He got the bucket, but, you know, the foul is probably more worrisome.
Ben Johnson, under 40 to go here. Last 40 seconds of the half. Young puts it up, not there. Rose gets the rebound.
But Young got away with steps then. No call. 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
7-point lead. Mustangs led by as many as 15.
You know, South right now looking to double the ball out of Rose's hands, which they did. Let's see if he works hard to get it back.
Yates pulls up. Off the mark, not there. Hicks. Full court heave is not there. And at the half, North Oldham holds on, maintains the lead, but it's a lot smaller than after that first period. 32-25 is your halftime score. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with more right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Metro Windows. Replace your old rotted windows today. Call Kyle at 502-550-1489. That's Metro Windows at 502-550-1489.
It's halftime here. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest, and the halftime score North Oldham 32, South Oldham 25. And let's go through some of the stats that you have. What do you have for us, Gary? Anything?
Well, one of the things we note right well is that rebounding margin. South Oldham, after getting off to a slow start, ended up out rebounding the North Oldham Mustangs 16-9 the first half. And after being down by as much as 20, they cut this lead in half. And a lot of them, we were saying early, they were getting one shot and out. As we got into midway through the second quarter, they started getting on the offensive boards and getting some putbacks. Devin Young inserted back into the game. Got him some buckets, much more evenly distributed by South. Even though North has the lead, you got to be concerned with their lack of depth. And one of their starters, coach, rolled the dice, and he'll probably hear from the young man's dad. Oh, wait a minute. He probably won't. It's his son.
Yeah.
Coach put his son in with 3 fouls, and I'm sure he told him, whatever you do not make a 4th foul. But with less than 30 seconds to go, that's exactly what happened. Justin Burton will go to the bench with 4 fouls.
All right, let's go through the scoring. First for the visiting South Oldham Dragons. They're led by Peyton Hicks, as 10 points. He came alive there in that second quarter and hit 4 in a row, really, that got the Dragons on fire. He's helped out by Devin Young, 6, Sam Beard with 4, Ben Johnson with 4, and Jake Vincent a free throw for 1 point. That is your 25. For the Mustangs, Justin Rose leads all scorers, 19 points, especially I think it was 14 in that first quarter. Cole Fisher with 2, Grant Adelson with 4, Justin Burton with that 3, but a costly one as he picked up his 4th foul immediately after. And Dylan Yates with 4. That are your 32 points for the Mustangs. Any other stats you have for us?
I think the thing that probably went unnoticed about the last 4 minutes of the second quarter was the job that Ben Johnson did on Justin Rose. It was his job to kind of check him, and quietly he did a very solid job, and he did all that without making any fouls.
Yeah.
Because we noted here on the sideline, Johnson had 2 fouls on him, and he was able to do a really respectable job defending him and not make any more fouls. That would have probably sent him to the bench as well.
All right, we'll go ahead and take another break. We'll be back with more halftime coverage right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Parents, imagine a day when teens could smoke marijuana and nicotine using a device that looks like a USB drive and charges through a computer. Well, that day is here. Youth use of electronic cigarettes is increasing and becoming more difficult to detect. Teens that use e-cigs are more likely to start using traditional cigarettes. Visit Coalition for a Healthy OC for more information. Brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department and Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Mobile Mower Repair, home of Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest mower, is offering incredible savings this winter. Now save $20 on winter service or 50% on pickup with delivery and service. Located in Crestwood at 5917 West Highway 22, Mobile Mower Repair has proudly served Oldham County with the best repair on Dixie Choppers for years. And now they're an authorized Husqvarna dealer too. That's Dixie Chopper and Husqvarna Mobile Mower Repair. They sell the best and service the rest. Give them a call because spring will be here before you know it. 241-0421. That's 241-0421.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
You're listening to High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back as our halftime coverage continues. Mike Beck and Gary Forrest here, and want to go ahead and tell you that our scoreboard update and first half stats summary brought to you by Robin Lawson, Certified Financial Planner in LaGrange, whose mission is to help you achieve financial freedom. That's Robin Lawson of Lawson Financial. And we give you that update and those stats. Let me give you a scoreboard update as well. Across the river in southern Indiana, Jeffersonville knocks off Seymour tonight, 40-27 in a girls' quarterfinal action. Jeffersonville moves on to play Floyd Central in the semifinals Friday night at 6 p.m. Also that final earlier, Silver Creek knocks off Corridon in triple overtime, final 63-59. Silver Creek moves on to play Scottsburg in the semifinals Friday night in their girls' sectional. Here at the end of one, Oldham County came alive and is now on top of Wagner 20-15 in a game with some interesting subplots. The Wagner coach, varsity coach, kicked out during the JV game. He was reinstated by the varsity officiating crew and is now coaching again. So little drama there in Buckner tonight, but Oldham County now leads Wagner the score 20-15 at the end of one. So a lot of drama down the road. We got some drama here as well. Second half adjustments, real quick. If you're the Dragons, what do?
You just keep doing what you ended up doing in the second quarter. Get on the boards a little better. You know, you're going to have to give Johnson a little help with guarding Rose. But to tell you the truth, Mike, I really think Rose is out of gas. So it'll be interesting here in this third quarter. I don't think North can continue playing as well as they are without some help. You know, Rose has to have some help. Dylan Yates, who usually is good for 10, 11 points a game, just can't seem to buy one. And their inside people, I'm not sure, have scored a point. So, you know, South can generate offense from a lot of different kids in different ways. So right now, South still, they're the team to beat.
Rose, 19 points, leads all scorers, and really is the difference in the game. Adelson goes in hard, puts it off the glass, and that's what they did in the first quarter, which was attack the basket and turn it into points. Young for three, not there. Adelson with a rebound. And here we go. Can the Mustangs find enough gas in the tank? It's like watching those Indy cars. They're counting the laps. Can they get it to the finish line, or they're going to have to pit? We will see.
It'll be interesting to see if they slow things down on the half now. Looks like they're trying to post Rose a little more than they did the first half.
Shot off the mark, gets his own rebound. Fisher can't get it either time, and Peyton Hicks comes up with a loose ball.
They're going to have to find someone else to score. That was an easy layup.
Oh, Beard looked like his pivot foot slipped, but didn't get the call. And a three-point shot not there by Jake Benson. And we'll go back the other way. Teams feeling each other out here. Trying to get into a rhythm here in the second half after that break.
You know, Mike, I still don't have South for a made three. One we thought was a three, they called it a two. Unless I've missed one, they're still 0 for threes.
Yep.
Here in the third quarter.
There are no three-point buckets by the Dragons to this point in the ball game.
Rose trying to do a little too much with the ball, loses it, gets tied up, and I'm believing it's South possession.
Yep, it's going to go to South, so that's going to turn into a turnover.
Well, once again, that's Rose out front, dribbling without a purpose. You know, that's the easiest guy to guard.
And quick on the attack, Jason King brings it up, puts it in the hands of Beard. Now takes it back, goes out top, sets up the offense. King quiet in the first half. He played, but not score.
You got to watch Young. You better know where Young is at all times.
He's down here right about 10 feet from us in the corner. And there's Hicks. They go back out to Young for three.
Write him down.
And there's his first three-point shot. 34-28.
They love the three out of the corners.
Rose back in the, Burton back in the ball game. Playing with 4 fouls. And we're going to get a foul on Vincent. That's away from was not a shooting foul. But his third foul, Jake Vincent.
Bucket was made, but the official was adamant about it that it was on the floor before the shot.
I'm sure Fisher wished he had that one back because he wanted those points. Yates working hard against Hicks. Goes up, can't get the...
Yates couldn't buy one tonight if somebody gave him a $100 bill. I mean, that one stayed on the rim and rolled off.
Beard, nice move toward the basket, and it goes in. It's a 4-point ball game.
You know, it's just like North keeps looking up at the scoreboard like how much longer, and it's going to be a long third quarter. They just can't score.
Referee had something to say to Beard there a moment ago. Off the mark, Adelson.
Well, what happens now if you're not careful? You fall into that game with South of shooting threes, and you're going to lose that battle.
Beard just too fast. His first step, he already had the advantage.
South 3 in a row here to open up the third quarter. We've got a 2-point ball game.
34-32. Adelson. Burton. Fisher. Back to Burton. Thought about a three. Back to Burton goes in. And it goes in off his hand. Vincent for three, not there. Burton with the rebound. And they go back the other way, 36-32. Rose, now he's too long.
No, he's not close now. You know, what he needs to do is drive it. You know, when the jumper's left you, take it to the hole.
Beard pulls up. Puts it in the hands of Vincent. 3-point shot off the mark. Adelson get the rebound.
Well, one thing about the South players, make them or not, they all have the green light. You can miss 10 in a row, you still have the green light. And they've only made one.
Adelson probably had a three-pointer there, or at least the opportunity, and instead he went in and drew the foul.
I like what he did. He didn't settle for the three, as you mentioned. He lifted, took the man to the hole. Got Young reaching in there as well. So, you know, anytime you can get fouls on Young.
It was Jason King ended up whistled for that. But Adelson missed the first free throw.
To tell you the truth, Mike, it wasn't really close. I mean, these guys look like they're absolutely wore out.
That adrenaline surge in the first quarter is worn off. Oh, my goodness, that was... not even close.
0 for 2.
In a hurry and off the mark. And Adelson hit. Ben Johnson ends up knocking it out of bounds. So say the refs. Rose gets it into Adelson. And back to Rose. Gets it across midcourt. Goes to his right.
There's what he has to do.
And that was a very nice drive.
It's a simple game, sometimes made hard. If your jumper's left you, attack the basket. One thing Rose hasn't done, he hasn't shot a lot of free throws because he's been all perimeter.
Devin Young off the mark for three. And we'll go back the other way, back to a 6-point Mustang lead. And they simply threw it away that time.
It's probably the best way to explain it. They simply, you know, that's one of those ones where as a coach you just shake your head and go, unforced turnover.
I mean, he threw it to no one. There was, I don't know what he was seeing, but ball
North
just.
Oldham back in a 1-2-2 now, trying to match the shooters out on the wing. Where it's open is right on the block, and South goes right to it, and Hicks misses a gimme.
Yeah, that's usually pay dirt for Hicks, but it went in and bounced back out. Adelson down inside to Fisher. Young.
Well, what you want to do, Mike, is you want to attack Young because he won't make those fouls because he wants to stay on the floor, which is understandable. So you want to go at the other team's best player. You want to make him guard you.
Young did a little bit of a flop there to see if he could get the charge call. Didn't get it, but by giving up his body, there's nobody between Fisher and the basket at that point. Seth Johnson spin move. It didn't end up well for him, and Seth is going to foul Rose.
Rose is absolutely give out, and I thought I saw him look over to the bench like, can you give me a break? Got a minute 14 right now. You know, if you're Coach Burton, maybe you can steal him some seconds toward the end of this quarter. But right now, he's pretty well roped.
40-32 is the score. 8-point lead by the Mustangs.
Tell you what I would try to do. I would try to block up Rose.
Oh,
man,
Yates.
It's all over the rim. It just won't drop.
I mean, he had a clear, wide open look. Speaking of wide open, Devin Young comes sliding through for a nice kiss off the glass. 6-point lead, 40-34. Fisher to Adelson. Burton.
See, I think they need to take it down, burn some time right now.
Yates.
But what you don't want to do is have Rose just go one-on-one like they did at the end of the half.
20 seconds to go.
Too early.
Rose goes in, feints, pulls back. Kicks it back outside, and it's tipped and knocked out of bounds at the 12-second mark. Vincent checks back in for the Dragons. Hicks goes out.
Now you got Vincent with 3 fouls, so it'll be interesting. He could pick his 4th up in here. He's got to be smart.
Hicks looks gassed as well as he comes over, puts his hands on his knees and getting some drink. Inbounds pass. And they get it in. Burton puts up a 3. Not there.
Way too early, and as a result, his teammate gets an over-the-back foul. Now would be a great time to get Rose out of the game with 7 seconds to go in the third, where you could buy him about 30 extra seconds.
Fisher with the foul. 6-point lead, 40-34. How quickly can the Dragons get it up the court? Vincent throws it to Young, and Fisher's going to get whistled up again. 2 fouls in 6 seconds.
Once again, another time that Coach Burton could take Rose out and rest him a little bit because he's going to need it. Even his son with 4 fouls. There's Young.
For 3. And at the buzzer, it is 40-37.
Now they got the score.
Yeah, they got it corrected now. The Mustangs with the lead. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back right after this on GlyCod.com. Stay with us, folks.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Back to the action here. Mike Beck, Gary Force. It's fourth quarter. It's go time. But do the Mustangs have any go left? Rose goes in hard. Long bounce pass. And look who wakes up in the fourth quarter, Dylan Yates, sorry.
Dylan Yates with a very well-timed three to start the fourth quarter here. Mustangs back in a 1-2-2, trying to match the shooters, but they give open paint, and Johnson takes advantage on a simple guard cutter.
Another try and a whistle. We'll see who that's called against. That's going to be on Sam Beard. That's his first foul.
Mike been asked to give a shout out to Justin Rose's mom, who's recovering from some illness. So Mama Rose, if you're listening to the game tonight, you've certainly missed your son's whale of a performance, particularly the first half.
4-point advantage for the Mustangs. They've led the whole game. Look at that. Fisher snuck in the back door. They left it unlocked.
Well, just remember this 6-point margin against a team like South who shoots the three well. But right now they're trying to take the three away. They've got to watch the cutters. There's another one. And there's Young on the cut. I really think they're going to have to go back man. I think that's their best defense.
Devin Young now with 16 points on the game. 10 of those here in the second half. Fisher steps back and way off the mark. South comes the other way.
North's got to continue to drive it as South is doing to them. That's Yates gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. You know, the amazing thing about it, we've talked about how Johnson's been on the floor with 2 fouls for a quarter and a half. Garden Rose and hadn't made a foul. So, you know, they've got to take it right at him. South, notoriously a good free throw shooter, but in games of this magnitude, sometimes that will go awry, so he missed the first one.
They've been pretty flat from the line tonight. And tradition continues.
Missed 2, but Hicks, Johnny on the spot for the offensive rebound. South will replay it from out front.
Beard goes to his right, in traffic, and he'll draw the foul again. He'll go back to the line. We'll see who they ring up this time.
Yates was guilty of that one. Got there just a little late.
Yates picks up his third, team's fourth.
It seems like the ball hasn't left this end of the floor for about the last 2 minutes. And that's not a good thing if you're a North Oldham fan.
3-point game.
So Beard cashes in the first one. Once again, South Oldham picks up a loose ball on the floor, and it looks like a foul called against North.
And it's Yates again, and it's his fourth. Oh, no.
I'm thinking it may be Cole Fisher.
It was Cole Fisher, but the referee had some words for Yates because Yates started to make a comment. That was actually probably fortunate that it was on Fisher and not Yates.
So once again, South still here. Young posting up. Good help from Rose from the weak side because they had Young posted up on the step in on the smaller Cole Fisher. So Fisher's got his work cut out for him as well.
Beard will inbound the ball underneath the basket. In the hands of Johnson, it's
Great
saved.
steal.
Rose
First turnover for South in the second half.
Fisher.
Oh my goodness.
Fisher way too much on that.
They saw Young around him and just completely shot it over the basket. Fortunately for North, they pick up the rebound now. They'll reset. I like Rose a lot better when he comes back right. He seems to be more effective.
Yates gets it to Fisher, back to Yates. Now Adelson brings it around. Rose.
See, they're not even going to guard their outside guys.
Number 33, Zachary Butler in the game. Off the mark, Butler with a rebound, goes back up.
Wow.
And they say no foul.
Butler with a strong rebound, hits the floor, no call. I guess if there's a consolation prize, North would get the ball out of bounds on the baseline. Wow.
And a turnover. And Hicks has got it. Now in the hands of Beard. Goes up. Fights for a loose ball. It rolls back around.
South Oldham getting all loose balls on the floor. We get a charge. Wave off the basket. Hicks catches the ball on the block. Takes the step. So big break for the Mustangs. They'll get it baseline out of bounds. What could have been a tie ball game, their ball.
And that's the first foul on Hicks tonight. 4.5 to go.
And many people will question that one.
Mustangs opened up a 15-point lead at one juncture of this game. But the Dragons have been chipping away at it. And we got a whistle.
Coach Simpson just puts his hands behind his head and kind of shakes. It's almost like the mystery call. You hear the whistle, but everybody's going, so what's the call? Fortunately for the Mustangs, their ball out of bounds.
It was Devin Young. He picks up his third foul. Yates to Rose.
Well, what you want to do, Mike, you want to take it right at Young now. He's not going to make another foul.
Adelson for three.
The designated three shooter puts a big one in with 3:55 to go in the fourth.
Now defensively, what you don't want to do is turn around and give up one.
Well, what you're going to watch is Young keeps posting. They keep running Young from the outside in. Right now, Fisher's got his hands full.
Johnson overshoots.
Johnson expecting contact. A little too much mustard on it.
And a full timeout taken by the Mustangs. They need a breather. We'll take a quick one as well. We'll be right back right after this on GlideCod.com. Stay with us. A lot of basketball still coming your way.
Replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
You're listening to high school basketball from GlideCod.
Fourth quarter, close ball game here. .329 to go. It's 48-42. An update on that score. 32-22 Oldham County over Wagner at the half. Jackson Gibson not playing in the game. The Colonels led by Travis Henderson's 10 points. Zach Larimore has 8.
Two top 15 teams just 5 miles down the road, but we've got a barn burner here tonight in the land of Goshen.
And Rose going to end up throwing it away. And you can see he is just about the end of his rope as far as strength tonight. He has worked his tail off.
We just talked about turnovers, and North picks up a costly one here, so South with a chance to nudge a little closer. And the Mustangs back man-to-man. South spread the court, looking to cut guys across the lane. Watch for Young and Hicks.
They keep swinging them around.
Yeah, I hate to jinx them. Fisher doing a great job on Young. An offensive foul and a correct call.
This one's going to be on Hicks. I'm sorry. Who was that on?
You know, I
Cole
thought he
Fisher.
sickled number 1, but I guess it was Fisher. Fisher and Young going at it with one another.
Seth Johnson kicks it out to Beard. 3-point shot on the way. And rims in and out. Not there. Adelson gets it across midcourt. And another mistake. Beard picks up the loose ball.
Tell you what, Rose took a step and just didn't have it. And pulled off the ball. Beard out hustled him for it and got a layup.
And a loose ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs, but Rose is just about out of gas.
You know, I don't know how he's going to finish.
.222 to go. Mustangs nursing a 4-point lead. They've got the ball.
Ball back to Yates. Yates trying to buy a little time for Rose, who's running on fumes right now. South Oldham in a man-to-man. Yates just dribbling the ball out front.
2 minutes to go. Yates working against Hicks. Took it down inside. Now back out to Rose. Rose.
Wow, no call.
And they're going to get Johnson for the foul.
I tell you what, Mike, I don't know if it's so loud we didn't hear the whistle. Everybody stopped. Coach Simpson questioning the official.
Yeah, he's not happy.
But it almost looked like they missed the first call, and because of that, they didn't call the second one, and somehow they went back and said, well, they called the first one. So what it looks like is it's going to be North Oldham's ball, maybe?
An interesting sequence here. I believe it is North Oldham's ball since that foul was on Johnson.
And if that's the case, they're going to be shooting a 1-and-1, because that is the 7th foul against South Oldham. So we get all this undone. Still with a little over 2 minutes to go in this game. It's what rivalry should be, a barn burner.
And it comes down to the final 2 minutes of the ball game.
I'll tell you what, Mike, hats off to North Oldham. You know, they jumped out, got a big lead, and it looks like they've been pushing a boulder uphill the entire second half.
Oh, yeah.
They're wore out. South has the benefit of having a little longer bench, and their kids are a little fresher, but they never be able, I don't think, to take the lead.
They have not.
They flirted with it a couple of times, but from the beginning, they haven't been able to get that lead.
The closest they've been since very early was 3. They have not been able.
3 in the ball, made a bucket. We thought it was going to be tied, and they waved it off because of an offensive foul.
Yeah.
So we'll see how much juice Rose has got left. He's staggering to the line right now for 1 in the bonus.
1-and-1 shot coming up here. Can he nail the first? And he does. That's a big free throw.
So minute 48. Remember, South, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the state and one of the most prolific three-point shooting teams.
Rose sinks them both. It's a 6-point lead.
So here we go, man-to-man.
Clock starts ticking. Fisher chasing Young. Hicks pulls up, shoots front of the rim. Johnson will go back up.
Wow, Johnson with a man rebound.
50-46. Yates.
South Oldham man to man.
In the hands of Rose. 3-point shot, not there.
Rose with maybe an
Save.
ill-advised three. Great save under the bucket for the Mustangs. Woo!
And a nice break at minute 13 to go.
Not sure on that shot. I think now everything's got to be dribble drive.
Well, we'll stay here with the action as they were quick to tell us whether that was full or a 30, so we won't have time to get to a break and to get back.
Well, it's got to be a 30 as they're sitting down.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, excuse me, a full, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I saw that, but at first they didn't, so I wasn't sure. I don't know. As a coach, you probably had teams in this situation before, being North Oldham. You've been in the lead all along, but you're just flat gas at this point. Can you hang on, and how do you coach them through that?
Well, one of the things you want to do, Mike, is you want to run your offense, something that the kids know. You don't want to draw up specialty plays that maybe you haven't ran or one-on-one plays. You know, run an offense that everybody on the floor is familiar with.
Yeah.
You know, right now, if you're North, you know, you got the ball, the clock's in your favor. You don't want to be just shooting up threes. That's one of those no shots if you're a coach. One of the hardest places to throw the ball in, corner, sideline, because you never practice from that spot.
50-46. Final 73 seconds. North has the lead.
Going to double the ball out of Rose's hands. They don't need to shoot.
And a foul by Hicks.
So you got a foul. You know, I think Coach Simpson says, we're going to foul 33. You let the official know. So, you know, you've got Butler, who hasn't been in the game much tonight. And he misses the first of the bonus. So the strategy pays off. They fouled the new guy in the game.
No shot.
I'll tell you, one of the things we talked about earlier is that Johnson has played a whale of a game. He's had to guard Rose, and he hasn't made any more fouls. You know, as I mentioned earlier in the game, you know, he's a scrapper. He just does a lot of positive things. You know, the play before this, Hicks shot a jumper. It was Johnson who got the rebound inside and stuck it back in. So here he's got a chance to make this thing a little closer.
Foul was on Adelson. Hicks takes the free throw away. Fisher ties up Hicks, and Hicks will go to the line.
Wow. I thought Hicks might have got away with one there over the back.
Yeah, it was an interesting call, but did not go the way of the Mustangs. And that's the end of the game for Cole Fisher as he fouls out.
So once again, South benefits from the foul. North loses another starter. They're not deep anyway, so it'll be interesting to see who comes back in.
4-point lead with under a minute to go in the game. Hicks will go to the line and shoot one in the bonus. An interesting way this game is coming down to the wire. You knew early on when North pulled out to a 15-point lead that probably wouldn't last. But you kind of wondered, could it go wire to wire? Well, we'll find out. We've got about a minute to go.
Mike, what do you have Rose for this half? A bucket and 2 free throws?
I think something like that, yeah. But pretty quiet. Hicks at the line. He'll shoot one in the bonus. And he nails it. 3-point ball game.
Well, 2 big offensive rebounds. The last 2 possessions down for the Dragons have got them back in this thing. Down 3 now with 55 seconds to go.
That one not there. Hits one, misses the second.
So they're going to trap it away from Rose. And it'll be interesting to see if they try to foul Butler again.
Yates in the corner.
Not a good place to kill your dribble.
And takes another timeout. This a 30-second variety or full timeout? They'll take a break. We'll go ahead and take one as well.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if North has any more timeouts.
I do not know. We'll take one and be right back right after this.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Back here at the action, fourth quarter, Mike Beck, Gary Forrest. This has been a great ball game. Everything we thought it might be. Rivalry game. Mustangs with a home court advantage. They've led the whole way. They're nursing a 3-point advantage here with 39.5 seconds to go.
We'll throw a little something extra. The winner, if South wins this game, they lock up the 1 seed in the district. If they lose it, it's a 3-way tie, and it gets really complicated.
Yates looking for someone to inbounds too. He's got the ball, and he'll be fouled.
So South once again going to roll the dice. They're going to foul, and this time it'll be Yates, who tonight has had the ball bounce all over the rim. So, for the senior, maybe a little bit of luck, maybe something. Man, it bounced all over again, but this one went in for the senior. I'm looking at his dad over there. He won't even look at the rim. Former player at Oldham County High School. He gets both of them, and it hit every bounce of the rim.
5-point lead, Mustangs 52-47. And Burton does the unthinkable. You foul on that drive, and Burton's out.
Well, not only is he out, but he fouled, and they made the bucket.
Yeah.
So, it's a 3-point play, so South actually has a chance to gain a point on this possession.
(52-49), 3-point ball game with 30 seconds to go. That was the one thing you don't want to do. You give up the shot, get the ball back, but you don't foul. But
well, right now, Dragons would be able to shave a point off of that margin, which also makes it a much more doable. It puts it to a 2-point North advantage rather than a 3-point advantage.
Seth Johnson, that was his first bucket of the night. And this is his first free throw, and it's not there, and Rose is fouled. It remains a 3-point lead with 29.2 seconds, and Justin Rose goes down to shoot 2.
Got a lot of time left in this bad boy.
Does Rose have enough left in the tank to nail his free throws in the stretch? These are critical. He's got one.
Now, one of the things we'll talk about as well, North now shooting the double bonus.
He's got them both, back to 5.
North needs one stop to win this thing. But what you don't want to do is foul and stop the clock.
Seth Johnson kicks it out to Ben.
They don't need a 3.
Young off the mark. And they come right to our table.
Well, 3's a little, hey, I had it all the way, buddy.
So we get a little bit of the action here.
Wow.
And a whistle.
Ill-advised pass, which would have been intercepted. Yates lucked out on that one. We had a foul called away from the ball. Yates' inbound pass looked like it was going to be intercepted by South Oldham. 15 seconds to go.
Foul on Beard. That's his third. Adelson at the line. They're up by 5. He shoots 2, and he misses the first.
I'll tell you what, this hasn't been what you would call a free throw shooting contest of the good sort of nature.
Adelson is 1 for 5 at the line. But he hits a key one there, and it's a 6-point ball game. 2 possessions.
You want to turn them. You don't want to foul them.
Beard puts up 3. It's off. Johnson follows, and he gets it to go. Ben Johnson. And it's back to a 4-point ball game with 4.7 seconds. And now this is becoming very difficult. You're going to need an inbounds pass, a steal, a bucket, and a foul. Can be done. Timeout taken by...
All right, so here's your first question. Defensively, do you put a man on the ball, or do you use that man as a safety?
I would pull the man off the ball in this case.
See, I always want to play the man on the ball because people tend to remember the Kentucky-Duke game. You put a man on the ball for the simple fact that it makes that guy's throw that much harder.
Yeah, it
and
makes
usually
sense.
what you do is you put a big man on the ball. Now, what South Oldham may try to do is run what's called the old sucker play, and you run that guy and you try to pick up a charge, and as a result you get the ball out of bounds. So let's see if they put a man on the ball. Tell your man on the ball, do not run sideways one step or another. Because South's going to try to take a charge if that's the case. So no one on the ball, you got a safety helping defend.
Gets it into Rose, and he's fouled. 3.3 to go.
So it took 2 seconds off the clock. You got Rose at the line, and he's going to shoot 2.
Fouls on Seth Johnson.
Well, if you'll remember, we talked about got to keep the game in the 50s if you're North Oldham, and they have been able to do that so far.
Rose finally misses a free throw.
And we've said, well, this is the one you want to miss. You know, you don't necessarily want to make this one. You want to miss it because it takes more time.
56-51. Seth Johnson comes down, shoots a 3, but it's pointless. North Oldham explodes out of the gate and hangs on for a win. They knock off South 56-51. We'll take our first break of the post-game and be back right after that with our post-game coverage. You're watching Glycott.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School basketball.
Mobile Mower Repair, home of Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest mower, is offering incredible savings this winter. Now save $20 on winter service or 50% on pickup with delivery and service. Located in Crestwood at 5917 West Highway 22, Mobile Mower Repair has proudly served Oldham County with the best repair on Dixie Choppers for years. And now they're an authorized Husqvarna dealer too. That's Dixie Chopper and Husqvarna Mobile Mower Repair. They sell the best and service the rest. Give them a call because spring will be here before you know it. 241-0421. That's 241-0421.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports. LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673. 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana high school basketball continues with the post-game show, a recap of tonight's action, recognition of tonight's top players, and scores of other games. Brought to you by LaGrange Service Center at 409 West Jefferson Street, servicing cars weekdays 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and also offering 24/7 towing and wrecker service. Call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Welcome back here, post-game coverage. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest, and Gary, quite a ball game. Final score: North Oldham 56, South Oldham 51. I know you probably have some final stats to kind of work through there, and if you can give us what you got, that'd be awesome.
Well, you know, for a basketball purist, this gets about as good as you know. I mean, if you're a South Oldham fan, I know right now, you know, you're not feeling very good about things, but you know, they got behind early, were able to fight and get back in this thing, make it a ball game, and exactly that's what it was for the entire second half. And as we mentioned earlier, the best scenario I could say for North Oldham, it looked like they were pushing a boulder uphill, even though they had the lead and they never really surrendered it. During the second half, they were at times, it was just a matter of willing themselves to play that much harder. You know, North doesn't have a very deep bench, and their starters were playing more minutes than they normally do against a very good South Oldham team. And in the end, it came right down to it, making free throws, keeping the lead and such. We talked about keys of the game. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some. We talked about the keys for North. You know, they've got to make it a half-court game. I thought they did. They needed to keep the game in the 50s. Yes, they did at 56-51. They needed to be aggressive and limit threes. I have in my stats South Oldham with only 3 made threes. I may be off one on that, but that's something you don't see very often because this South team is a very prolific three-shooting team. And keep South off the free throw line late if it's a close ball game. And it was kind of iffy. Both teams missed free throws late. I think that just showed the magnitude of the game.
Yeah.
And in the end, you know, it's my understanding there's now a 3-way tie for the district. And then you go to point differentials, and South, who was in the driver's seat, all they had to do was win the game. They became the number 1 seed, and they would get Trimble. The way I'm looking at it now, and I don't want to show favoritism, but it looks like Oldham may be in the number 1 seed with South and North the 2 and the 3, which would put them against one another right back here in the district tournament on this floor, and then Oldham would play Trimble. But once again, that's just me kind of figuring those things. But it was a whale of a ball game with a lot of things on the line.
According to our producer, Steve Bird, he says, and this is unofficial, so he's cautions that, but because of the Mustangs' 26-point loss to the Colonels last week, the big difference in that differential, Oldham County is up plus 10, South Oldham second at plus 5, and North Oldham at minus 10. And
right.
So Oldham County seems to be number 1.
In the 2 and the 3, they're irrelevant because they'll play each other. It doesn't make a difference who's 2 and who's 3. But the big key is South will have to come back here and play North on North's floor. You know, everybody wanted to avoid North on North's floor.
Well, that's the one thing that didn't happen. Let's go through. I'm going to do through the scoring real quick, and then we'll take a break and come back with our most outstanding player of the game and some final thoughts. But the scoring for the Dragons, Devin Young led the Dragons with 16 points, 10 of those in the second half. Peyton Hicks had 13, only 3 in the second half, surprisingly. We had 11 from Sam Beard. 8 from Ben Johnson, 2 from Seth Johnson, and 1 from Jake Vincent, and that is your 51 points. For the Mustangs, surprise, surprise, or no surprise at all, Justin Rose with 26. 19 of those in the first half, 14 of those in the first quarter. Really, his early explosion propelled the Mustangs ahead and had just enough momentum to carry him to the end. He was assisted by Grant Adelson with 10. Dylan Yates only had 9 tonight. Cole Fisher with 6. And Justin Burton, in a very limited action, came up with 5 points. But that 5 points was the difference in the ball game. Final 56-51. We'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll be back with more post-game coverage right after this. Stay with us, folks. Our outstanding players of the game right after this.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. They offer complete repairs, including engine repairs, brakes, oil changes, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance, and much, much more. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their techs have years of experience and can tackle any repair that you might have. For repairs or scheduled maintenance, LaGrange Service Center offers quality service, integrity, and affordable pricing. For more information, call them at 502-222-1673, 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
What's in an e-cig cloud? Think it's a harmless vapor? Think again. Nicotine, ultrafine particles that can lead to asthma, formaldehyde, lead that can cause brain damage, acetone found in nail polish remover. Don't let big tobacco cloud your judgment. Get the facts. Electronic cigarettes, unhealthy and addictive. Stay above the influence. A message from the Oldham County Health Department and the Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County.
Glycod.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, Glycod.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's Glycod.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter too at Glycod.
You're listening to high school basketball from Glycod.
Post-game coverage continues. Mike Beck, Gary Forrest. Final score 56-51. North Oldham gets the win on their home court in a big rivalry game, big district matchup. Time for us to announce our outstanding players of the game tonight. Tonight's most outstanding players are brought to you by East and Westbrook Construction, a regional industrial contractor providing safety, quality, and performance for clients for over 37 years. Make East and Westbrook a part of your team for outstanding construction and maintenance results. And a couple of players, one an obvious choice, others maybe not as obvious, but still a key player. We'll start with Mr. Rose.
Well, I think Mr. Rose will sleep well tonight.
Yeah.
You know,
yes, sir.
The Mustangs needed to get out in front and have an early lead, just I think in many cases to prove to themselves that they could compete in this game. And they did. I told somebody a couple of weeks ago it would not surprise me if all three beat one another, and that's exactly what has happened. Three good teams. They go about doing things different ways, but hats off to Justin Rose, who led both teams in scoring tonight, but more than leading him in scoring is, you know, he got big buckets early when they had to. And congratulations to him and his team.
And then for South Oldham, the choice, we finally landed on Peyton Hicks tonight.
Well, you could make a case for 3 or 4 of South's players. Hicks kept them in the game the first half with double figures and hit 4 or 5 and had a big call go against him late. Hey, if they call it the other way, they may tie the game up with 2 minutes to go, and then everything else changes. I mean, it was that close of a ball game, but Peyton Hicks, an outstanding performance in tonight's rivalry game.
All right, well, a tip of the hat to both Peyton Hicks and Jalen Rose, for their outstanding player of the game nomination and award, and we appreciate East and Westbrook Construction. Some final thoughts here. Final scores coming in. This is a third quarter score. Brownstown 36, Charlestown 23 in the third quarter in a girls sectional quarterfinal. And the final at Oldham County 72, Wagner 58. Travis Henderson led the scoring with 22 points. Interesting sub-point, Oldham County was 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. They did not get a 3 all night, but they held on and got the win. So any thoughts on that one or anything else that we talked about tonight?
Oldham notches win number 20. That's 4 straight years in a row for 20 wins in a season. That's a good thing. They beat a good Wagner team that's ranked in the top 20. I happened to see them play Saturday night, and they're a very good team. A lot of crazy things went over there. Head coach being thrown out during the JV game. Game delayed. Head coach being reinstated. Never heard of that one before. I was hoping to see some of the officials before they left tonight and ask them about that.
Yeah.
And then this district thing that now is a 3-way tie, and they'll straighten all those things out next Tuesday when they make the official seeds. They'll have a meeting down here at North Oldham, so we'll wait and see then. Mike, as always, it's a pleasure working with you.
Yep, you too, Gary, and it's going to wrap it up for our coverage tonight. For Gary Forrest, I'm Mike Beck, and our producer Steve Bird, Ashton Beck, our camera person, who did an outstanding job tonight, as always. We thank you for watching, tuning in, and listening, and we encourage you to check out our website, glycod.com, to find out where we're going to be and what we're going to be covering on our next go-round. We've got one more game video streaming this week, a Friday night game, so we encourage you to tune in for that one. Lots more to come. A lot of basketball remaining in January or into February now, so tune in to glycod.com and find out when and where. For all of us, God bless, take care, have yourselves a great evening, and we'll see you next time. Stay with us at glycod.com.
Is your home cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling and start experiencing comfort the way it was meant to be. Thompson Heating and Cooling can transform the climate in your home and save you money. Call today, 502-817-3105, or visit them at thompsonheating.net. If your system is over 15 years old, they'll inspect it for free, but only for a limited time. They're locally owned and in your neighborhood. Call 817-3105 for express service. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success in humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has the mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 225-9900. That's 225-9900. Or visit lawsonfinancial.net. Robin Lawson, CFP, proud supporter of Oldham County sports.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Respect, it's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Parents, imagine a day when teens could smoke marijuana and nicotine using a device that looks like a USB drive and charges through a computer. Well, that day is here. Youth use of electronic cigarettes is increasing and becoming more difficult to detect. Teens that use e-cigs are more likely to start using traditional cigarettes. Visit Coalition for a Healthy OC for more information. Brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department and Coalition for a Healthy Oldham County. Tonight's live presentation of Kentuckiana High School basketball has been brought to you by Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. ThompsonHeating.net. By the U.S. Army. Join the team that makes a difference. Visit GoArmy.com. By Metro Windows. Replace your old rotted windows today. Call Metro Windows at 502-550-1489. By Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, a top outdoor equipment choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. By the Oldham County Board of Health, healthy people, strong community. OldhamCountyHealthDepartment.org. By Lawson Financial, helping you plan for your financial security. LawsonFinancial.net. And by LaGrange Service Center, family-owned quality car care since 1964.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter at Glycod. We thank you for listening to this live sports presentation from Glycod Communications.